Alright, so who would like to give us the recap of what happened last time?
We hit level 8.
Who's feeling?
I think I did
You did
it
not hit
last
level 8.
time, so somebody else can do it this time.
If
On
I
Dragon
remember
Balls.
correctly, we made it to Eminence, but things were a little off. What was that guy's name?
Which guy?
Gunter?
Gunter, who was kinda
Apparently
watching
not a
over.
penguin.
Apparently not a penguin, but was watching over Eminence while Ragnar was gone. Was acting a little strange, and so we were taken to the castle. And as soon as we got there, we noticed some strange things happening. There was a horse in a tree, which is not typically
Allegedly.
how that happens. What ensued was us fighting a bunch of spiders and drow, and absolutely bullying another spider who was laying in a mousetrap type of situation.
I remember there was a horse in a tree.
I
I'm
think that's
so
about right.
glad you
There's
saw that. Also, thank you, Gunter.
There's also a giant funnel web spider in the middle. That thing looked fucking rad.
That thing was pretty rad.
We took a moment to get a little rest in before we headed on to the rest. I don't remember if it was a long or a short rest. But we're taking
Short rest, I think.
yeah.
That was short rest.
I think so too. I think it was a short one. I just needed my bardic back. That's all I needed. I still have a couple spell slots, and worst case scenario, I have this potion that gives me the effects of a long rest. So I should be good, but whether or not everyone else is good is up to them. I want to say before we ended last session, I also gave everyone their what they called inspiring leaders. So you should have 12 temporary HP on top of your HP right now.
You're the best, D.
I try. We are playing the buff class. I'm here to buff the homies. If I don't buff the homies, then why am I even here?
Always
I
buff the
thought that
homies.
Ragnar was the buff class.
Yeah, well, I mean, like,
Not
it's a
wrong.
different kind of buff. You know, like, Ragnar's just buff, you know, and
Right.
I'm the guy casting Swords Dance for the homie, and he's the one doing the Giga Impact, right?
That's about right, yeah.
Do you have haste yet or no?
No, but it's going to be my last magical secrets.
It's on the docket.
Yeah. Let me tell you.
Somebody's gonna.
Yeah, let me. The whole character idea, the build is just like, it's not selfish at all.
Yeah.
Like it's
I
like
love
every
it.
spell that I can take is like it helps to hold me in some way, shape, or form.
It's nice that I can be selfish. And that is selfless actually, because I am using the gifts you give me, or whoever else gets them. We get to be selfish about it.
All right, Mr. GM.
All
Oh,
right.
I need to
Go. Yeehaw.
join
Yeehaw.
the music.
Actually, see, and it is about, I'd say, coming up on like, early evening now, probably around like 6 p.m.-ish. So depending on... Yeah, no. About 6 p.m. Still kind of trickling down rain outside. I believe Marge also sent the crab in under the guise of a chipmunk with wild shape to have a look around. And I believe you asked it... What did you ask it? Was it, are there more spiders inside? Was that one of them?
I think so.
Yeah, I think that was definitely asked, yeah.
I'm pretty sure that was one of them because I think that was a yes. And then also asked, are there more of them than us? And the answer was no. That is the information you have moving forward. But I will ask all of you currently, because it seems Gunter is still a bit shaken and kind of sitting back at the cart for the time being with the ogres and the goblins, who have been instructed to keep watch and make sure that nobody else makes their way into the manor and no funny business goes on. So I will ask Mount Claw, what would you like to do?
You think maybe we should make sure the cart is okay before we leave? Just like tell them what's going on. I mean, there's spiders everywhere. It might be safer for them to go outside of the city instead of staying here. I don't know. That's just a thought of mine. I'd hate to come back and Livia and the crew are all covered in webs and getting the life force sucked out of them. You know.
Do we have any way to cover the perimeter?
Not entirely sure. Maybe. I mean, well, Gunter seems like the only one who could possibly stay back, but we kind of need him. You think maybe if we sent the, I mean, it's auto cart, we can send it back to, what was the last city we were in? Fucking
Oh.
Opulence?
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go.
Opulence. Yep.
We can
I
send
knew it
them
was
back.
really OP. I could not think I was gonna say opportunity for some fucking reason.
We can send them back to Opulence, and they can just stay down there where it's a little safe. Oh, safe, and I have quotations. And
mean,
comparing that place to this place in its current state.
I think if we just kind of push it off to the side here, and maybe the crab and I work to conceal it, it'll be all right. But I really don't think we should. I think we should get in there.
I mean, I respect that, but like I said, I'd hate somebody to die because of negligence.
I have a bad feeling that's already occurred.
How far away are we from the cart?
Right now,
Yeah.
the House Ragnar cart that Gunter was pulling is like roughly right in the entryway back by here, and the auto cart was right behind. And they're
Oh.
essentially blocking the gate right now with the between
Yeah,
the
they're
two
all
of
with
them.
us.
The auto cart is larger than most.
We could just
standard.
have the auto cart auto deploy like a little bit outside of town. That way, if they see anything coming towards them, they can just use the cart to go before it gets any closer to them. Them being inside of the town is, well, it's kind of a roll of the dice because they could be at any corner, you know? Like, I'll just go tell Olivia to drive outside of the gates of the town, and then we can start to go. It'll take all but 2 minutes.
Sounds
just-
good.
And then I go over to the cart and I tell Olivia and is the dwarf man still in the cart with her?
Yes, Professor Ilyard is still kind of in the back, and he just kind of like hanging his head out waiting.
I basically
arms
just
crossed.
tell them to take the cart outside of town and hover close by, but it's dangerous here, and I just don't want them to be like near the town because things could happen and we can't control that. I'd rather them be safe outside of the town, and then when we need them, we'll come get them.
They kind of like look at each other and nod, and you see Professor Ilyard actually pipes up. That's not a bad idea. I'm not opposed to being away from whatever's going on here, especially with spiders the size of horses coming out of trees. That look like horses. Is there a way to... And you see he, like... he's seen Art operate the cart before. He kind of, like, goes up to the front and, like, grabs one of the levers and, like, pulls it back just a bit, and the cart starts to go back and almost hits the shrubbery up by the gate. Kind of, like, stops it immediately. Okay, tank controls. Got it. I think I can manage. Will be, I can drive manually. Shouldn't be too difficult. I'll keep an eye on the situation. You've got the signal for when you come back, just to make sure that we know it's really you, since there are apparently some sort of clones or fakes, imposters, whatever you have running around. Yes.
Yeah.
Something about wearing the countryman's hat.
Trent kind of gets down on one knee and kind of opens up his hands, and he tries to grab the dwarf's hand, and he puts his sending stone into his hand. If you hear anything outside that, if you hear me not through this rock, it is not me. And then just in case you need to talk to us, you can use this to communicate with us. And then I believe Art has the other sending stone. Or one, there are 2 more sending stones in the group, I believe. I think we got 3 or 4 or something.
I think
like
you got
that.
4 because they come in pairs.
Yeah, so
Like one is connected to the other, like a one-way or like a single frequency walkie-talkie.
I didn't have the signals written down, but there's mine. So if you talk into that, we'll know who has the other one. But if you hear my voice and it does not come through this rock first, that is not me. Stay away from it.
You see,
If
kind of
you
like,
hear,
oh, go
yeah,
ahead.
if you hear anyone else, and it does not come through this rock, it is not us, and we will let you know when we're coming.
It's a pretty sound idea to me. Do you have any objections? And you see he's actually looking to Olivia for counsel. It seems the two have kind of been like sitting back and discussing a bit the whole situation. You see Olivia just kind of shakes her head and gives you a smile, Trent. All right. You see he like takes his meaty dwarven thumb and kind of like just glides it over the sending stone, and it lights up a dull blue color. He holds it up to his mouth a bit. We'll be in touch then. And you hear it coming through your end of the sending stone.
Oh. All right, and then I'm ready to go with the boys. I just kind of like give them the old nod, and then start walking away.
All right. So Mount Claw, are you entering House Ragnar?
Fucking do it.
Let's do it.
Hell yeah.
Let's fucking get it done, D.
All right.
Yeah, boy.
What is the marching order looking like?
I'll take the lead.
I'm in the middle.
Art's in the back. Or
Gotcha.
close to it.
I was thinking of me going in the back because we already almost got kidnapped by spiders.
I was thinking, so I'm actually like, I think might be optimal in the back because I'm not as squishy as one of our spellcasters, but I can hold my own, but I'm also best utilized in the back.
Okay.
Maybe you help up front just to kind of like reinforce that, and then I'll hold up the rear.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. With that,
Be in the middle with the crab.
Ragnar, you approach the heavy ironwood doors. Large stone clasps on each side. Kind of just put a hand on each one like you've done 100 times before. Begin pushing back. And you see where normally the opening to this grand entrance hall would be pristine, well taken care of, well lit. It's incredibly dark inside. You actually see dust kick up and like blow out a little bit as the doors slowly
Can I roll
come open.
An insight check?
Sure. What are you trying to figure out? What are you looking for?
If there's any
I can go ahead and bring
Anything-
you guys here.
any other people hiding in here.
Guidance.
I would say that would be more of a perception thing if you're having a look
Perception,
around.
Then yeah, let's do perception. Yeah.
Okay.
The one thing I'm bad at. Hold on.
First roll of the night. First official roll of the night. Gonna
Shit.
move people around a little bit just so I can.
-2, so 6 plus the guidance. Would be 4, right?
Yes.
So -2, 6. 6 plus 4, 10.
10. Okay. Let me get people control of the tokens real quick. And we'll get back to you on that.
Oh, guidance goes hard.
Sure do. Made a difference.
Imagine guidance going hard. I can.
I absolutely can.
100%.
I was like, is that a bear rug? No, it's not. It would be.
I also thought of the bear from
How dare.
was about to slap Ragnar.
I like how quickly you were like, everything here, your fault, right?
I mean, the decorations probably, the cobwebs, more than likely not.
Yeah, so I will start out. This is a case of everything in here is basically pitch dark, except for, I would say, like, up to roughly here from where the light is pouring in from the door right now. Depending on if you would like to keep the door open or not.
If there's not a ton of light, then yes.
And I will say real quick, you guys could place yourselves anywhere you would like within this main, like, 15-foot area right here in the doorway that is currently showing, or should be showing in that little measurement. You should all have control of your tokens now.
If it's dark as balls in here, as soon as Trent realizes that it's dark, he's going to cast a light centered on himself.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 20-foot radius of just magical light.
Gotcha. Okay. Am I able to...
Not sure if it matters. I have 120 feet of dark vision.
That does make a difference for you in here for sure.
I also have dark vision.
And yours is the standard 60 feet, correct, Art?
I believe so. Let me double check.
Okay.
Let me
I know.
check. I believe I too also have dark vision.
Yep. I know Trent has specialized
Yes,
because Drow.
60 feet.
Gotcha.
I've
don't
got
think
human
I have
eyes.
I know you've got human eyes. Equilibrium, do Dragonborn have dark vision? I feel like for some for some
No.
reason they don't. Okay, yeah, because I remember
Yeah,
seeing
for
that
some
before and
dumb
being
reason
upset
they
about it.
don't.
Yeah. Okay,
Yep.
making sure.
Such an odd.
Instead
It's
of
a very
being
strange
centered,
choice.
Instead of the light being centered on myself, can I put it on? Can I put it on Winter?
Makes
I'm
sense.
sure he's gonna be up close on things, and if he can't see you, then
Oh, no.
You can place it on like his armor or his weapon, whatever you'd like.
yeah,
Like an
that's
object
the goal.
he's
Like, I just
got
want,
on.
I just want his armor to glow like the faint like blue like wintry color that he's been.
Sick.
Yep. I was gonna say Winter, as long as that is cool with you.
I want it always.
Beautiful. All right.
That is not a concentration, by the way. It just the duration is 1 hour.
Right. Really quick then, I'm going to do little 5, 10, 15. You said 20 feet of bright light?
Yeah, 20 feet of bright light.
Is there anybody else who wants to have
Damn,
light
hold on.
around them?
Nah, I'm good.
Yeah, I care more about light being on the other, not me.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I was thinking if I put it on Winter, if Winter's next to something, then he can still see that guy. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
I'm going to simply use this as the radius of light around Winter then, and I will just move it with you. That's not 20-foot radius, I'm silly.
I was gonna say. That's
I was
kinda
gonna say,
small.
that seems very small. Hold up.
But we're huge.
5, 10, 15, 20, 10, 15, 20. There we go.
All right. So I want to take a couple of my bullets.
Mm-hmm. There we go. That's better.
And I want to touch. Let's see, I can do this on. It's 4 times. Okay. I'm going to take 4 bullets,
Mhm.
and I'm going to touch each of the bullets, and I'm going to do my magical tinkering to put like a small bit of light on them.
Okay.
So that the bullets themselves glow. I'm gonna put them in my gun so that they kind of like are blocked off. And then the idea is when I shoot something, it gets stuck in them, and then they glow, so they can't be hit in the dark.
That's a really creative use of that, and I like it a lot. Hell yeah, I'll allow that.
So I only have 4 of those shots, but
Good to
I have
know.
4 of them.
All right, so Ragnar with a 10 perception check. Back to that. Currently coming in with 60 feet of dark vision, and being able to see with bright light with what is around you currently. I would say a couple of things catch your eye. As you can see, it's not exactly hidden. There do appear to be webs all over the place. These were not here before. This is not simply a dereliction of housekeeping. All of the sconces, all of the chandeliers that are normally lit have been snuffed out, it seems. And with a 10, you hear a very muffled, what sounds like a very muffled voice coming from the room to your left, over in this direction. And you would be aware of the layout of your own house. You are aware that this room over here was used as essentially a makeshift dungeon, if needed. Essentially the 2 towers in the front of the manor. One of them, the bottom, was used as a makeshift dungeon, and the other over on the right side was used as the basin for the sun hole. And you appear to hear muffled voices, or a muffled voice at the very least, coming from the left. And you would also notice with a 10, up around the edge of the light that Winter is currently giving off, around here, there appears to be, well, there is dust in a lot of places. You notice some pock marks and scarring on the floor, and some areas of the floor appear to be damaged as though like something took a chunk out of them. And you notice a larger than average pile of dust over here that looks like it has the remains of a cloak on the edge of it, on a damaged portion of the floor. Trent, I would like to go over to you real quick. With 120 feet of dark vision, everything in here, I know rules is written, dark vision is very much, if you're in pure darkness, it's not just like, you know, it's not the be all end all, because you still have disadvantage typically. But with what you're seeing, I would like to know, what is Trent currently examining? Because you have the widest range here. Or what is Trent focusing on?
Did I also hear the noise coming from the left side?
I would say, Ragnar, if you would like to point it out, the party would be made aware.
Yeah, I'd make them aware.
Okay.
So, if there's anything that Trent knows about cobwebs, is that even though the cobwebs there aren't no spiders in the cobweb, there were spiders in the cobweb. So he's going to be looking around for any fucking spiders on like the ceiling. Like he knows that spiders are involved. So he's checking like the nooks and crannies, like the dark spaces, like the ceiling, looking around, trying to see if he can see a spider before it becomes a problem.
Understood.
I'd like to just do a general perception as well, just to
yeah,
see if I see
feel free.
anything else out of the ordinary with the range that I have.
Mm-hmm. And even though this is basically full darkness for most of the room, I will say, especially with Drow Dark Vision at 120 feet, I'm not going to have that at disadvantage or anything.
21.
21. That is enough. You very faintly hear a very light, not chittering, but almost dripping and sizzling. It sounds like it's coming from the area around the stairwell. looking, and you look up. Your first instinct is looking up at the ceiling to see if anything is above, but you don't see anything dripping from above. But what you do see in the center of the ceiling is something in a different location. You see a incredibly large, what looks to be an undead spider, is the best that I can describe it. And you
I
see
immediately after seeing it just and I just like everybody's voice low. I know they can't see it because of the dark vision, but go ahead, sorry.
The fuck?
So this is roughly 50 to 60 feet up. It's hard to eyeball from here, but it is in the center of the ceiling. It is incredibly large. It doesn't appear to be moving with intent, but it does appear to be just holding itself in place. And you can see that while you're watching it, you actually see something on its back move, and you realize there's a very large eyeball opening and closing very slowly on its back. And you notice some skin kind of flecking off of the large eyelid and falling to the ground around the cobweb in the center of the room as well. It seems very deteriorated. And with a 20, you would notice that the eye also seems kind of like a milky white, almost as though it's glazed over. And on each of the legs, again, you rolled pretty high. Each of the legs at the joint, not each, 4 of the legs at the joints around the like elbow area, you would notice have very similar smaller eyeballs that also appear to be blinking and trying to look around, but all of them are glazed over with the same like milky appearance.
Guys, I know you can't see it right now. Just keep your voice down. We might be able to just move around and get somewhere else, but towards the center of this room on the ceiling is an insanely large undead spider.
The crab says, "A what?" and then steps on 3 rubber ducks that all honk.
Let me fail a stealth check real quick.
There it is.
I want to say it's at least the size of 2 crabs put together.
I think I can just barely see it, by the way, or at least its legs. I don't know how tall, how far up is it? How far up is the ceiling?
The ceiling's about 50, 60 feet up itself.
That is what the furthest my dark vision gets is 60 feet.
Yeah, okay. I would say, like, with Trent pointing it out, you can kind of make out the silhouette of it from where you are.
Gotcha. That's terrifying.
Now that you're actually seeing it. You can't see all the detail that he saw, but you can see the general shape.
So, here's what I'm thinking. If we sneak past it, I have to drop the light on Winter. Just the light in general. We gotta try to keep our presence as low as possible. I'm sure maybe they can see in the dark, and it doesn't really matter, but I'd rather have it off than them just be like, oh, hey, there he is. But it's also kind of a shot in the dark to kind of sneak past them, because what if we sneak past them and then we find another group of spiders and now we're just kind of pinched in between 2 spiders? So it's really up to you guys. I don't know if you guys want to try to fight this thing now, or if you guys want to try to go into that room on the left and see if we can finagle something going on.
I will say,
if we're going to fight this thing head on, somebody needs to provoke it, and we just blast it.
I will say as well, things that may be important pieces of information that I would say Trent would be aware of because of the range of his dark vision, and Ragnar would be aware of as just a general knowing the layout of his own home. The entrances and exits of this room that you can see currently, and like the knowledge that you have of the general layout of the current area, just to give you an idea of the situation. There are doors branching out on the bottom, on the first floor, to the left and the right. Ragnar, you know these to respectively be the left going to the bunks / barracks, and the right going to the mess hall. You are aware, as I said before, that the towers on your left and right, the smaller rooms that are off to the sides, are respectively a makeshift dungeon and the sun hole. And the large marble door at the back of the room. Trent, you're able to see it. It appears to have a large crimson ruby in the center of the door. And Ragnar, you are aware that normally the way that members of House Ragnar would pass through this door is with a house crest that would have to be held up to the ruby and essentially offered as identification as a member of the house to pass through. And you do not currently have one on you. Normally it is something that is given to you as you come back and you are, reaffirmed as a member of the house.
Right.
So, that is your current situation.
I relay that to the party that, like, hey, this other door, I do not have the thing to open it.
Ragnar effectively
key?
has the dungeon map.
That is valid.
I say we go murder this thing head on.
I'm
I mean, it's in your
also
house.
cool with that.
I feel like we could probably get a. I feel like we could probably get a little surprise on it if we kind of all timed it up properly.
Maybe some kind of fire. It looks.
I still
looks-
have just so we're like just clear. I still have fire on my gun too, so like my bullets are still infused with like fire.
Understood.
I think maybe it's a little undead. So if anyone knows anything about undead, that might also help. Do we have like any form of radiant damage?
Let me check. I have a smite, but I don't think it does radiant damage.
Your smite does what?
I don't think it does radiant damage.
Oh.
I think it does thunder damage.
Cool.
Yeah, it does thunder damage to now.
So before this happens, oh no, it's a little too late. Because if I make noise, it's probably gonna come down. So I was gonna give everybody a good berry.
I'm gonna walk over to Trent and say, hey, you might need this, and I'm gonna pat you on the back, and as you feel that, like my hand like on your shoulder, you can feel like some magic kind of weave its way into your armor. And I just infused your armor with the mind sharpener. So basically, what it does is it sends the item sends a jolt to the wearer to refocus their mind. The item has 4 charges. When the wearer fails a Constitution throw to maintain concentration on a spell, the wearer can use its reaction to expend one of the item's charges to succeed instead.
Cool.
Mind
And you can do
sharpener's
that
so
4
good.
times. Yeah, 4 times a day.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah, so basically you just use your reaction to instantly pass a Constitution saving throw if you failed it for a spell.
All right.
I know you
Bet.
do a lot of
Yeah, my whole character's hey, can I maintain concentration?
exactly. So I thought that might be good for you before we go into a fight.
Well, if we're starting a fight, I'm gonna hold my action. I'm gonna hold bless at level 2. And I'm gonna target everyone but myself.
Okay.
And everyone gets blessed. Whenever we're ready to commit to this. the spider on the ceiling. It might be better with somebody with range to hit it, so that other people can like see if it drops, and then if it does drop or it gets closer to us on the ceiling, we can see it better with our dark visions.
Question, Belt. Vision. So I don't have dark vision or anything. So how does this work for me?
Well,
Like, I can't even see it, right?
If you guys let me shoot it first, then you will be able to see it. 'Cause
Well,
my
I'm more
bullet-
asking out of character. Like, how's it work for, like?
Oh,
Yeah, no. Currently, you cannot really. You can see perfectly fine in the like 20-foot radius that you're in, and then I think it's dim light for another 20 feet, which is like essentially looking with disadvantage. But if something gets that close to you with that light on you, you'll be fine.
Okay.
Anything out of that range, you will either have disadvantage on or be unable to see.
Well, because if I get some vision on it, I guess back to character. Even though I don't really do a voice. I mean, if we can get my, so I can see it, I could just pull it to us. I don't know if we would even want that.
yeah, I'm not sure.
It doesn't
if
have a good
pulling
history
the
of working,
giant
though.
colossal spider closer to us is a great idea.
I disagree. Yeah, let's go for it. Should I just have the kaiju fight that we've all been waiting for?
Yeah, turn
Oh,
Marjorie
yeah.
into a giant crab and
Easy.
giant crab versus giant undead spider. I'm ready to see it.
Do what we did with me in the arena. Just put all our buffs on, just like
On Ragnar.
Ragnar. Yeah, on Ragnar, and just throw him or something.
Just throw him.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sure the crab and me can fling him.
Honestly, I'm surprised Ragnar hasn't fucking got pissed off and run at the spider already after it. You got all these spiders invading my man's home. I'd be pissed. Ragnar's fucking John Wick at his own house. I'm ready when you got, dog.
Ooh. Are we just buffing Ragnar to fight a gigantic thing?
I mean, that's a cool fucking idea to me. I'd
I
say
feel
we're...
like it'd be all right to do that, and then I'll just have we'll just have the rest of us make sure that if anything else comes in to help the big thing, we can just kind of put it down.
I also think it wouldn't hurt if we we kind of did this all at one time, like one person shoots and everybody like is ready, so that we
Yeah.
can, and then we get Ragnar powered up first, and then once that happens, he drops, just
Well,
So to me,
verbal
it's like, I
components.
can-
if
I
we
can
if we
yoink 'em.
cast spells on Ragnar, it'll probably alert the spider.
Come on, barrel.
What I'm saying is, as soon as we start,
no, I'm thinking
casting
about
our
everything, don't worry.
spells, as soon as we start casting our spells, this thing's gonna come down. So that's why I'm holding my action for the bless. As soon as everything goes off, we need to do it all kind of at once, or we're
Like
kind
a
of
Persona all-out attack.
yeah. Because like
Yeah.
if we do it like one at a time, then it's gonna give the spider a chance to do something. Because then like Art, like say Art hits it, then initiative would start, then it would go off. So we all kind of just need to hold our action and then hit it. If that makes any sense.
Well, this discussion is happening.
There it is.
No, don't worry. Don't worry too much.
And
Maybe worry a
we
little.
don't even necessarily have to hit it. We can pre-buff as well. So like for me, I'm blessing everybody. John can hit it, and then as soon as John hits, Marjorie can have a held action of enlarge Ragnar, and then Winter can like pull it to us or whatever on a hold action, and then Equilibrium can also blast it with you or something along those lines. But
I love
we
that
need to do
Ragnar
it.
Can go like Piccolo Big Mood
Yeah,
with the enlarge.
we just need to do it simultaneously, or we're going, or the combat will start, and then we'll have to finagle that around.
While this discussion is happening, in terms of range, Trent, you would be the only one being able to see this. But you do see, from where you heard earlier, the the clacking of mandibles,
Oh,
the, like
God.
chittering from before.
Oh,
You hear
what the hell is that?
what looked to be something you've seen somewhat before in your flashbacks of someone else's visions. Something with several eyes from the deep Underdark. You see something very similar crawl out from under the stairs on either side, on both sides of the stairs. Except it's twisted, contorted. It's not the normal round shape with eye stalks that you're familiar with. It looks as though its body has been twisted and contorted to where its eye stalks have been bent and hardened into legs. And it looks as though it is attempting to walk on them in pain.
Oh,
It looks as though it has been contorted into the shape of a spider, even though it was initially something potentially worse before.
What the fuck?
And you see them kind of wandering around the sides in the back, as if they're looking around.
Guys, there's some weird looking things with eyeballs for hands and legs walking around in the back. I think we need to either make a decision now before they find out we're here, or we just need to make a decision.
Well, I pull out my gun. Looks like we need to take matters into our own hands.
I guess
On
what
your
we
on your
should
mark. On your
Yeah.
mark. And I'm gonna have 6-8 come out and just kind of scan, give me the best possible shot here. A help action.
Mm-hmm.
And wait for whatever they want to do.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm gonna do erupting earth, like right on the spot that I can see next to that big weight. It's on the
It's on the
ground,
ce-
right?
It's
Oh,
on the ceiling.
The
right?
big one's on the ceiling. The small ones are on the ground.
I will.
I'm just gonna hold my shit then.
Whenever, yeah, I'm gonna hold it until we all go at once. But when we go at once, I'm gonna rage and then try to impale the big one with my broken mace. Like just throw it at it.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Well, I'm calling sharp shot on this first attack.
Sharpshooter? Okay.
Yep.
All right, I'm just putting bless on the homies when it starts.
Are y'all ready?
I don't see anything, but I'm ready.
Yeah, oh, go for it.
Poor Winter in equilibrium right now. Holy shit.
Hey, you'll see him soon.
You're getting all these horrific descriptions and just
Yeah.
where? What?
Given the
what?
description, maybe I'm glad I can't see right now.
I move in front of equilibrium, so I don't know if I'm still on me.
Just remember, Winter, that the light is centered on yourself. It's illuminating your armor, so wherever you move, the light also moves.
Yeah.
And you do hear chittering getting closer from both sides of you now.
I'm gonna take. If I hear that, then I'm just gonna take that shot.
Okay.
So it's-
I'll launch it like a javelin too. I'll launch my like staff or whatever's left of it like a javelin.
All right. Everybody is taking their actions, and you actually do like. Oh.
Oh, yeah. So,
It's dead.
what would I roll for throwing that?
I would say just roll your normal attack with it.
Hey, yo, you have bless. Just roll the d4. Let's see it.
Yeah, I would say just roll your normal attack with that mace, honestly.
Yeah.
Since it's smaller now, it's not going to
25,
be like a
6, 7.
disadvantage to throw it, since it's like not as big of a weapon anymore. Fucking natural 20 for a 27. I guess that hits. Oh, that's so good.
alright. So that's
You just had to get you got the like first like 3 rolls out. That's why you do that.
So
19 plus a d4.
19 plus it.
Yeah, just-
I had to roll them out, you know.
Mhm.
Yo, well, let's go. Just making sure, you know, it might have 20 AC. So that's fucking 23 to hit. Ragnar.
And then the roll damage.
I'll let you roll damage and I'll roll my damage afterwards. Just so we can keep it a little more organized.
2d6 plus 4, and then I always forget what the fuck do I add in addition for necrotic, or is that only my fist?
That'll only be your unarmed.
Okay.
So go ahead and get me all damage here. Oh my god.
I think
Is
Mark-
Is that also counting the +2 from? Oh no, you already. Never mind. You're good.
You gonna roll any more perfect? Try me.
Amazing.
All right, now for my die rolls. So you did 16, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna do my rolls.
Are you also aiming for the big one?
That's 15, and then I need to do
I believe he was.
yeah for the big one, yeah.
What did Ragnar hit him with?
Ragnar threw his mace.
I
Because
missed that.
because it's not as large as like it was when it was a great weapon.
Yeah.
That is 32 points of damage on the first shot.
Whew.
All right.
I kind of look jealous.
Wasn't that a crit?
I kind of look jealous that I've noticed
Yeah, it's
Art's doing more damage than me.
That's only one shot too.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my sword's pretty big.
Perhaps I underestimated your technology.
God.
And then I'll make a second attack.
Yep.
It's gonna be a 22 to hit. That's not a sharp shot. And then
I don't get.
Yep,
I
that
don't
does
get
hit.
my second attack because I popped rage, right?
Oh no, that's your bonus action.
Yeah, you still have your second attack.
You would have a second attack.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm just gonna go up and punch him. Sure, you can his ass.
It is still on the ceiling.
Oh damn.
D6.
Can I SPD it? Can I try to spinning pile driver it down?
I would
It
say
is-
even with your strength, you're probably not going to be able to jump 50 to 60 feet straight in the air.
Okay.
Respectfully.
Yeah, that's fine.
hold
I just
on,
had to
yeah.
ask.
Oh, it hates us.
I had to see if I could become the protector of the Russian skies for a little bit.
Fair enough.
So that in total that was 47 points of damage.
Man, there's another thing I
God
can
damn.
do.
I think you bought javelins at the beginning of the campaign from Carlisle, didn't you?
Oh my god, let me check my inventory real quick.
That was a total of what, John? Sorry. 40 what?
47.
Whew, goddamn.
I guess it's too late to say I would to give you my javelin, my thing I have.
Hey, Winter, can I throw you at it?
Please. I would love
And
that.
by the way, those are both like glowing shots. So wherever that spider got hit, it's now glowing, like emanating like light.
Mhm.
So you guys can Winter and
Oh, okay, hold
Equilibrium.
on.
Y'all can see him better
I
now.
forgot about this shit. Alright, so since I've already hit it once.
For
while
better or for
raging,
worse.
Until the start
True.
Until the start of my next turn, it has disadvantage on attack rolls that are not against me. Because my ancestral protector.
Damn.
That is true.
Spider's fucked.
And then feral instinct, I have an advantage on initiative. I need to start using that shit. So the extra attack. I'm saying it's just gonna take.
I can see it. I'll just go, oh, Jesus Christ. What is that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's lit up and like Winter and Equilibrium. You can see it now, as well as the flash of it. You can
Ragnar,
kind of see
why?
the ones crawling on the floor.
These
In your
were
general
used
direction.
For some less than ideal old training practices.
Remember, that's how fucking Ragnar's fight. They toss each other and fucking get going.
I mean, you've seen it once.
I thought they were all dead. And then I'm just gonna.
I think it is.
I don't know. I guess I will refrain from my extra attack because I don't quite think. Unless Winter, you want me to throw him at you?
Throw me at him?
Yeah, throw you at it.
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna throw Winter at this thing.
Okay.
Projectile winter.
Just the pause.
If winter were a smaller or lighter, I would say this is
quite heavy.
possible. But winter is very much like roughly your size and is wearing heavy armor.
Fair.
Throw equilibrium.
In there. Shocking grass you did the first time.
It's
That was
like,
cool.
it's like instead of Colossus throwing Wolverine, it's Colossus throwing the Beast. Let's see. Yeah, I'll just hold then. I got nothing.
I might have a way to grab a hold of it. Hold
Make Ragnar super big and then Ragnar.
I wish I had Piccolo stretchy limbs.
Gonna say I'm giving everybody a surprise round in this part. Trent blessed, Ragnar attacked, Art attacked.
And I death grip it.
Now that you can see it, yeah, you certainly can give it a go.
This thing is horrific, and I want to stab it.
on. Why is all my stuff out of the ground?
Well, hang on, I'm about to put them on the ground, just on us. So, you'll be fine. It's a strength saving throw.
It is.
Alright. Because grasping mine would be perfect, but it's all like, it has to sprout from the ground. Okay, that's fine. How tall is it? Because it says it can lash out at a creature within 30 feet of it. If it's,
Yeah, so it's
30 feet tall.
It is roughly 60 feet in the air currently.
But yeah. But the vine, like,
If it says it can reach out 30 feet, it's probably just got a range of
Okay.
30 feet.
I'm upset.
Morgoth takes less falling damage because he's taller.
He does.
I love that logic. So no, it makes me so happy. I love it.
He's taller.
All right, so strength saving throw
Yes.
for the
DC
death
14.
grip. DC 14. Understood. Advanced roller.
Probably weak.
Oh, you'd like to think.
The spell has never worked, honestly. Like, I can't remember the last time it's worked.
Well, there you go. You're about to see it. Is it up to
Spider
40
is
feet
fair.
toward you?
Let me make sure. Yeah, 40 feet.
I would like to. I'm gonna break out the ruler for this one. Straight toward you, correct?
Yeah.
Is it up to 40 feet or does it just go 40 feet?
No, it's just 40 feet. It just brings it to me. Yeah, it just pulls it towards me.
Okay. I'm just. Can you please read it word for word to me just so I understand
Yes.
this? Okay.
You seize the essence of a creature in range and pull it towards you.
Yes.
The target must make a strength saving throw. If it fails, it is pulled up to 40 feet directly
Up to
towards
40
you.
feet. Okay. That's all that matters. I need to know if it was up to 40 feet or if it was just 40 feet.
I mean, it'd be
'Cause if it
funny
was
I
40
flop it
feet, it was
behind me
about
next
to-
Art.
It was about to fall right in the back line.
I mean, it's also 40 feet in the air as well. I don't know if that.
Yeah, it would have been like we would have had to find the hippopotamus for that. But that's the thing is, it would have
Hippopotamus.
basically fallen on the party, and I was ready for it. Okay.
Okay with that still.
That's fucking great.
Okay. So I'm going to say I'm gonna like have all these things happen at once, but for the sake of this, it is going to be on the ground roughly right here.
Basically, as
Okay,
soon as
now
Art
Marsh can do
shot
things.
it, I just like reflex pulled it. The fight.
Once you can see it, yeah. Trent did his thing. So Equilibrium and Marge, I believe, also have one action here.
Do I make attack rolls? I don't know.
Fuck.
I'm surprised that
Okay,
works.
so it's here now?
Uh,
Okay, that's
not
good.
for this. I'm basically giving everybody like one thing they can do.
Gotcha. Okay.
Okay.
It's here, though? It's right there?
It
Yeah,
is
it's right
effectively
here.
right in front of Winter when this goes off. I'm just gonna have all these happen at once.
So does that mean I can erupting ground in the spot where it's going to land?
You certainly can if you'd like.
I would yell out. I'm just pulling it. Get ready.
Pull an aggro.
Basically.
We're going to do
Just
that.
yelling slurs at the spider.
Ragnar, you said you thought they were all dead. You're gonna have to elaborate on what you mean by that. Because
Can you
he
make a
looks
20
pretty dead, but he's still alive.
Can you make a 20-foot cube?
Yeah.
Bathroom quick.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, you earth shatter that ground.
And I want to put it on a spot in which it will pretty much only be hitting the big guy.
So like outward facing.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah, not towards us.
So roughly out
But
like
also,
here.
perfect.
Gotcha.
Um,
Okay. That is difficult terrain. Go ahead and give me a. Is that a dexterity save?
it will need to make a dex saving throw,
That's what I thought. Okay.
and I get 3d12.
And what is your
It was
save
16.
DC? 16. All right, it fails.
Nice.
Good
Sheesh.
Bad damage at all. Okay, so then, so basically, as part of the flavor, whenever it hits the ground, the crab's gonna do kind of like a step forward, and it does a motion to on the ground where it kind of like shoots the earth by crouching real low and then pulling its whole body up, earthbendery style.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have radiant damage. What am I talking
Therefore-
about? I'm part cleric.
It says that it takes
Wait a minute.
3d12 on a failed save, and the ground in that area becomes difficult terrain until cleared, and it requires at least 1 minute each five square portion. 5 foot square portion. Requires a minute to clear by hand.
Yep, yep. All right, and then equilibrium. What are you? What is your action for this surprise?
He holds out his left hand, and an icy spectral copy of his hand shoots out, grasping at the giant undead spider. He's casting.
I was gonna say
Chill
chill
touch?
touch. Yep. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good.
Does 19 hit?
19 does it.
Nice.
Roll the guidance just because.
just so you can hit a little better.
Just because. That dude, yeah, did do the 2d8. Okay. 4 necrotic damage, and it has disadvantage on attack rolls against equilibrium until the end of his next turn.
Yes, sir. Chill touch is
Nice.
so slept on.
Yeah. And that's his turn done.
All right. Okay. So, with that surprise being happening there, we will now play this out roughly in the order that things happened there. Everybody's kind of waiting for the signal. Art eventually 6-8 flies out of the pack and starts giving the scan. And about that time, the best thing I can call them is just aberrations. The small aberration-looking spiders that are along the side appear to notice some of the light that is coming from this area now that they're getting closer. And they start making louder chittering noises and moving towards you. But around that time...
Come on, let's go.
Oh, thank you, Ed. Perfect timing. But around that time, Art winds it up and fires the shot, and you hear from the ceiling as the eye shoots open and looks down in that direction, as this is going on, and it hears the chittering from its compatriots. Just, who dares enter the void? Who steps into the keeper of the shackled night? And in the middle of its monologue, just gets hit right in the eyeball, and on its back, just screams out, and the mace comes flying in and just cracks it across the front of the face, and you can see skin flecks and bits of bone falling from the ceiling as this is happening. And you hear it begin to just yell to itself as well. Insolent whelps, you will. And the eye starts glowing this deep red color as it immediately gets yanked from the ceiling down to here, and the earth explodes beneath its feet. And you just hear screaming and bones breaking as it hits the ground. And that's actually going to be
I'll be anything you want me to be, Dad. I want you to be dead.
It's also going to take 10 bludgeoning damage from falling that far.
Okay, Ground, how do you want to do this?
Yeah. As, Trent has the bless on everybody, of course, but, it starts to get back up, and it's just, you worms! And a cold spectral hand latches onto the front of its face. And it just, like, rears back and tries to shake it off like a dog with a muzzle on. And, with that, I would like everybody to roll initiative as you've, gotten the jump on this creature.
Okay, we'll take it. We'll take it.
Poor guy.
Dang, look at us.
That's almost as bad as dude in
Dead brothers.
The exact same roll.
That was almost as far from an opening as against the dude in the sheep one shot, where he just yoinked him out and then like 4 apes pounded him.
Absolutely just.
Is
That
it plus
poor
4 for
dude.
all of us? That's plus 4 for me, right? I always forget this shit. I'm
That
sorry.
poor guy, Art, you stole his wand before he could do anything with it.
You guys handled that really well, yeah.
Oh, let me hit the initiative
That?
button.
Oh, God.
Damn it!
You got a
Cam.
-1 dex.
I know you have
Fine.
the
That's
fucking people killing dice out here,
Let's
but
go.
goddamn.
We got the people killing dice.
Alright, it's Dex, duh. Alright, yeah, we're good. So that's
I only
actually
have-
20...
+1.
Yeah, hold on. Let me check mine again.
Gunnar, what did you do with your spell there? How did you do that?
That's I also only have a plus
Let's roll
1.
20.
Oh, yeah, it's the
So that
roll
would be
20
a
inbuilt
20
sheet.
instead of a 23.
Oh, where do you do that?
You'll need to ask Bear.
gonna say,
to
if I
hand you a
can-
sheet.
Yeah,
Oh,
hold
okay.
on.
I would do it too, but it takes a long time to put in all the info for all the spells.
Yeah, I'm still putting in my
Basically, you
spells
you
at
can
the
have your
moment.
entire character sheet in roll 20, and then you open it up and just click the spell, and you can even roll it from there.
That's so cool.
It's really handy.
That seems really
Oh.
convenient once you get it all put in.
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna
it's
say,
a nightmare
I
to
will,
do it.
I will go ahead and get those set up for people, but Art, you should have access to one now as well.
Okay.
Now that I know how to do that, that's actually really fast to set that up, so I can kind of like do that as we progress through session tonight, and I'll let people know as I have those set up. Okay, so those are at 5. The ones with a +2 got a 5 of that. Okay, so gonna go through the order here. Marjorie, what was your initiative? Marge not here at the moment. That's okay.
No, I'm muted. Hold on.
Oh, there you are.
I should imagine if I actually fucking rolled. I think we're adding a +4 to you.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, let's go.
March hit the
Right.
20 for
I
initiative.
also have access to Guiding Bolt and Sacred Flame, and I think that's gonna do so much fucking work here.
Can Marge, Art, and Trent like all go on the same?
You guys all have 20?
Yeah, we all have 16 plus 4.
God
I
damn.
think going on same. I think same turn stuff like your teammates is so sick because you can do combos and shit.
Yeah, I'm down for that. Then Ragnar, yours was also fairly high, right?
20.
20 as well?
Yeah, I fuck up the roll. It's actually supposed to be a 20, not a 23. I rolled a 23, but it's supposed to be a 20.
Gotcha. Jesus Christ.
I always got 20, Cam. You even got a nat 20, but it had a -1.
It sure did.
I still let nat 20s go first when I play, but that's just how I feel about nat 20s. It's like you hit a crit on initiative, you should just go first.
You know what? I will let the boy go at a 20 count. I'll let y'all go first, but you know what? At that point, it doesn't matter. Yeah, he's staying at a 19 for now. We might do that in the future. Okay. So he's got that. Equilibrium. What was your initiative?
10.
10? Okay. You already got that. Got it. And then Winter.
Go 0, do 4. Yeah.
Let's go.
Yep. I pulled him here, and now I'm just not gonna help.
Okay.
God, everybody rolled 20s.
All right, give me 1 moment to use the bathroom real quick. It will only take a moment. I'll be right back. And we can get
Almost
this
got
rolling.
20, bro. That's crazy.
It's crazy.
If actually, if you don't mind, if I go first, it might be beneficial to the rest of you.
No, what I'm saying is, I think we go all at the same time. So whatever you do, you can do. Like we can.
Yeah, I'm just gonna guiding bolt it so you guys have advantage on it.
Yeah. Of course. That means I get double. I can't miss. You guiding bolted. I'll be rolling both my attacks up 3 times.
Yeah.
So I'll just
In this scenario where there's only one dude, it's like just a better version of
Fairy Fire.
Fairy Fire, because I can just hit it and then I'm also doing damage on top of giving you advantage.
Right.
Any kind of radiant damage, I think here will go hard because they do look
They're
undead.
undead. They're undead for sure. Which means it should have a weakness to it, so you should be doing crazy damage.
Yeah,
and then I'll be hitting it.
All right,
I'm just gonna be pumping guiding bolts and sacred fires all game.
Mount Claw. Have at it. I will let the the 4 of you choose who goes first. Unless you would like to do rollies and or do the dex roll.
I'm
Well, Ragnar goes first, right?
I think everybody
I'm
was
cool.
at a 20, right?
Yeah, everybody got 20, but I'm cool with anyone going before me. But I'm just letting you
Ragnar.
know.
So
No,
while
Ragnar
this
got
is
23.
well, I'm just gonna go up and punch it.
Ragnar fudged the roll and they meant to
I'll go
put
first so I can enlarge Ragnar. There you go.
Okay, let's do that, yeah.
that
Okay.
solves that problem.
Okay.
But I actually if we're gonna I do think that we should let Trent do his little thing. The guiding bolt. What's the guiding
Yeah,
bolt?
let's get some buffs out of the way, and then I punch it.
Trent's going to cast guiding bolt on the thing, which is a ranged spell attack, 1d20 plus 8. 20.
20 hits. Go ahead and roll your
Okay,
damage.
hell yeah. 6. Yeah. 13 points of radiant damage.
13 points of radiant damage. Okay.
And then the next attack roll made against this target before the end of your turn has advantage. And
Understood.
then he also has like a mystical dim light glittering on him.
Yep.
And that way Ragnar's big attack or whoever's attacking next can get in hard without needing to go reckless
Yeah,
or
who wants
waste anything.
disadvantage? And I mean, if you want to shoot it, Art, let me know.
I'll shoot it on my after you can do all your stuff and then I'll shoot it.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna punch the shit out of this thing now that I'm in big mood.
How about it?
I'm gonna punch it twice.
Disregard that.
Got it. Let's say 5d4 plus 5.
No, I'm beast.
That's not that's I was rolling hit dice for my homunculus servant for 6/8.
Oh yeah, when you summon him to scan? Yeah, that's right. Let me see it, Ragnar.
Yes, sir.
Beat their ass.
Show 'em what for.
So anyway, I started blasting.
Cam, do you happen to have the melee?
Rattle 'em,
written
boys.
down? The punchy damage written down.
The damage, yes. You'll just have to roll your attacks first to see if you hit.
Yeah. Okay.
Then I got you.
Attack
That
roll.
is a hit.
Noise. 23.
Wait.
Both of those definitely connect. Give me one moment here.
Yo, what's with the 16s?
So y'all are rolling out of your fucking minds right now.
It's all 16s.
16 gamers out here.
We locked in.
Yeah, we lost it.
Really
It's
did.
this fucking meme of the parasite guy where he's behind fucking the
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing. He's got headphones on and he just like locks in.
Yeah. So your damage is going to be 1d4 plus 1d8 necrotic, and if you're raging, it's another plus 8
I am ready.
of bludgeoning. So a d4 and a d8 for me. This thing definitely looks like it's broken a few legs as it's been pulled off of the ceiling, and the bones kind of just snapped in the wrong direction.
I just hope he's sad. Can I roll to
then-
see if he's sad?
He seems more angry than anything.
1d4 plus 1d8.
Fair.
Yes, and then each one has another 8 tacked onto it from your strength, rage, and necklace.
Oh, right. Duh. So 16 and 15.
Gotcha. He's looking pretty banged up compared to when you started, for sure. He's still holding together, and he seems very upset, but you do manage to land a couple of good blows, and, like, you actually managed to knock one of the front legs off entirely, and it just kind of, like, wriggles on the floor a bit before finally going still. You hear him kind of piss and shriek out. Kind of snaps back. You know not who you trifle with.
So they would have a big rock to kill this thing with.
So that was Arj, Ragnar, Trent, and we still have Art, correct?
Did you add a D4 for that enlarge, by the way?
Oh yeah, roll another
damage.
d4 for your enlarge.
For damage?
D4.
Good looks.
Hit twice.
Love math.
Yeah, 2d4.
It's always the small dice. The small dice go hard.
Sure do.
Damn, what is that bullshit?
No 2 point. No 2 points of damage. All right.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You are a giant demonic spider, but you're in fucking Ragnar's home, bro. Like,
You picked the wrong house.
you squish.
Son, you're about to get evicted, alright?
It's a fucking episode of Billy and Mandy where he goes to squish the bug and he comes and he's like, "Oh, I need my big boot."
I'm gonna need the big boot.
He gets the big boot.
Alright.
You pay me for that's what you pay me for.
That's right.
I look at the spider. It's about time you got evicted.
Boo.
Well,
Oh my god. That's what the
we're-
second attack's for.
There are two
Yep.
sides of the dice.
This is why we roll 3 times on each attack, right, guys?
Hell yeah, really.
That's
Do
my
you still have
second
advantage on this one? Was that an Nova accuracy or?
Yeah, because guiding bolt.
Because Guiding
Sorry.
Bolt, you're. Well, Guiding Bolt would have been for the next attack against it. So that would have been for one of
Guiding
Ragnar's
Bolt's on that
attacks.
first- Yeah, sadly.
Oh, it's only the next one. Oh, okay. Well,
Yes.
then I would have used 6-8 on the first one then.
You
thought
6
it
on
was
the first
eight.
one?
Call me
Okay.
that.
Yeah, if I had known that, then yeah.
Yeah, you still got the nat 20 then.
I just on the second attack, I only have one attack. Okay. So that's 2d10 plus 7. It's
I don't
15,
think I'm gonna get a
22. And then that's 2d6 plus 0. Plus 8, so that's 40 points of damage on the first attack. And then without sharpshooter in the second attack.
Oh my god.
So 13 do it? Do I added bless, right?
Yeah, bless.
You do have a bless.
Bless.
Plus up.
17 do it?
You actually, like, with the first shot, you see it, like, rearing its thorax up, or, like, its abdomen up, like it's about to, like, aim the eye in your direction for how much pain you've caused it. and like you start to like feel your hand shake a little bit, like seeing that it's like starting to charge up and aim your direction, and you feel like the soothing melody from Trent kind of like steady your hand and like go right to the center of the eye as well, and that does make a difference. That does hit now.
Okay, nice.
I know as soon as I drop this bless, we're not hitting shit.
Oh yeah,
we're
that's how it
keeping
always
up,
is.
boys.
So in total, that is 57 points of damage.
Okay, this is important. How much was the damage off of the second attack specifically?
It was 17.
17. Okay. Wait, why did that do that? Okay, well, whatever. 17. I have to do math. Shit.
Don't
It
do
is.
math.
It is one short on its saving throw. Art, how do you kill it?
How do I kill it?
Yeah.
This poor man.
Oh, wait,
Jesus.
was that a death saving throw?
You watch as its body tries to hold itself together and tries to begin to reform. As
Oh shit.
the certain undead have a tendency to have a bit of extra fortitude that pulls them back together instead of allowing them to go straight down.
True.
As all four of those were my like those glowing shots.
Mhm.
Like as that last one kind of goes through, like they're all fire damage as well. Like it kind of sears through what fleshy parts are left, and like you start to see like fissures open up and light emanates from all of them, and then they just kind of like the light kind of explodes and it just burns out into just the skeleton.
Mm-hmm. And as it does, like, you see it beginning to charge and, like, essentially try to beat you to the punch because it's essentially it being next in initiative. It was about to fire in your direction as well and return fire. As it charges, you see the eye start to flicker and you hear a cracking sound. Like something hard inside of it cracking. And you hear it just kind of scream in pain for a moment before it looks back up and the eye, like, slowly blinks and gets absolutely dusted from the inside out by this bullet. And you watch as it slowly, like, as you do this, the eye releases a beam that goes up the wall about a foot to the right of you, actually nicks your hat just a bit, and carves up into the wall and a bit into the ceiling. And you watch several portions of the wall turn to dust as you hear a clinking falling to the floor in that location, and all that is left appears to be this very foggy purple crystal with a large crack in it laying on the floor.
Okay, well that's interesting. But camera shot of like when that like hits behind, camera shot like of Art turning like zooming his head back, and then he whips his head back forward, and he's just got this like crazed look in his eye, like holy shit.
Yep.
And then I will definitely, if possible, do an Arcana check on that crystal. If
Yeah,
possible.
I would say go ahead.
Okay. What is my Arcana again? It is 7. Dice, don't fail me now. 14.
14. I would say
With Bless? Or no?
No, it's only for saving
That's only
throws
for
and
text,
attack.
okay.
gotcha. Okay.
I didn't know.
You're a bit shook by what you just saw and the fact that that just came so close to being you instead of the wall. You're able to discern, just given what you know of your general background knowledge, it seems your best guess is that it is similar in nature to the construct cores, like the control cores that you had seen earlier, where it sort of like houses the brain or like the spirit of a machine, but in this case it's a living being. Your best guess is that some essence of that creature is still being stored in that crystal.
Smash it.
It
I'm
does
gonna
not
put it in
seem.
our-
I was gonna say it seems inert at the moment.
I'm gonna put it in our auto cart.
All right. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
We need some movement. Just kind of block off over here. That'll be it.
Alrighty. We come to equilibrium, as we still have these two smaller, twisted spider wing creatures in the vicinity.
Yeah. Well, are these things also undead looking? In fact, can I even see them from this distance?
That's a good point.
Actually, are we done here? I don't see anything else.
I believe I don't see
Yeah.
any more enemies.
I would say from the gunshots, like the light streaking through from the bullets that Art fired, you would have gotten like essentially like lightning flashes of the room, and it would have given you an idea of where they are. But currently, let's see. Hold on. Because you have dim light out 20 feet further from Winter as well.
Yeah.
So 5. 10,
Theoretically, those
15.
bullets are on the ground now, so there's a little bit of light. But
Little
it's
bit of
only
light
in,
on
like,
the
a
ground,
small
yeah.
area.
Right, it's around like the center of the room, closer to where like.
It's only like basically where this like pulsates to.
Gotcha. 5, 10, 20. You're not able to see the one on the left. You are. Hold on. You are just able to see this one over here in the dim light. So that would be
Okay.
disadvantage on attack rolls, but you can see it.
So Equilibrium holds out his left hand again, and a small orb of ice comes out of each finger that grow into a bunch of snowballs to cover an area around about where it is, like just landing about there.
Snowball swarm.
Yeah.
16 dexterity save. Understood.
Cold. Well, that's
Natural one. I count
that'll
natural
be
ones on saving throws
8.
as taking double damage from dice. It's essentially a saving
Fair
throw
enough.
crit.
crits on crits.
Crits on crits.
You said double damage from the dice specifically, right? So that's
Yes.
13 times 2, 26, so 31 damage.
31 points of damage.
Yep.
It looks incredibly rough and encrusted in frost, but it is still barely holding together. It does not necessarily... These do not necessarily look... I would say they do not look as, like, decrepit in nature, but you get the sense that they are probably still undead as well. Yes, to answer your question from earlier.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, no,
Very
it is...
cool.
It is still barely holding together.
Okay. I believe because it failed, it won't be moving. No, I'm thinking of Binding Ice. No, it can still move.
Yeah, Rhymes Binding Ice.
Yeah.
Gotcha, okay. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I'm just gonna take another step back, and that'll be it.
Okay. Check real quick. Actually, I have forgotten something. I have forgotten something very critical.
Oh.
No, never mind. It failed its saving throw. We are good. You're
Okay.
fine. Don't worry about it. Okay.
Is that like a black hole?
That is a
Yeah,
crystal
that-
that clunked to the ground after the large one fell apart.
The art did so much damage in condensed space and time.
It's just dark matter now. With that, it is going to shriek. It is going to... Let me see here. 15, 20, 20. Yeah. It is going to scuttle back off into the dark. And let me make sure real quick. I need to see range on this. Okay. Good to know. And this one, like, this one is going to do the same. It's going to back off a little bit. And they are going to... You're going to hear snapping and cracking noises from the dark, and those that can see would notice that their legs are bending forward, as though trying to get the bottoms to face forward in the direction that they may have been more accustomed to before they were twisted and contorted into this form. And you're going to see 2 glowing spots with vertical slits for irises, or for pupils in the dark, charging up on either side of the room. Then we have to roll some dice. One of each. So, the one from this side is going to fire at... It's going to fire a beam at Ragnar and a second beam at Art,
Bring it
being
on.
the 2 that it can see the best. First beam is going to be at Ragnar. Ragnar, I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
You want Art to make a intelligence saving throw, right?
Actually, let me look real quick. Hold on. No, sorry, I got that wrong. This is a... Yeah, it's still a DC 13 wisdom saving throw. So, you're going for 13.
Still doing wisdom?
Yep, still wisdom.
Wait. Eileen's doing, Ragnar's doing a saving throw?
Yes.
Bless, you get a D4 on that.
Probably.
What of Art?
I mean, I also do it.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
does it if if they're doing a saving throw.
Probably.
Alright, yours is going to be a little different.
Okay. I'm trying to use this.
Alright, Ragnar. You pass your saving throw. Check real quick. You see this faint gray ray of energy hit you, and you feel screams and just horrifying, impossible geometry echoing in your mind for a moment as you shrug it off. You're too angry to have time for being afraid right now. And Art, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's my best. Oh, actually, it's not bad. Okay. It's a 19.
A 19 does save.
19.
And you're going to see a dim green line of energy streak toward you. And while it does strike you, you will not take the full effect of it.
Okay.
As you feel it connect with you and you feel it start to... You almost feel like you're going to retch for a moment, as though something is, like, attacking your internal organs.
Oh.
That is going to be... because you saved 12 points of necrotic damage.
So I resist necrotic damage?
You do resist necrotic damage, so 6 points.
So how does... Okay. Joke's on you, my insides are already kinda dead.
Perfect.
What insides?
Joke's on you, I'm already a little dead inside.
You hashtag still have temp HP.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
that didn't even break my
Sure do.
HP.
The next 2 rays are going to come from the right side, and they are going to go at Winter and Equilibrium.
That's what I'm playing.
The first one is going to go at Winter. That will be 2. Okay. Winter, I would like you to make a Constitution saving throw.
We like those.
Roll bless. D4.
Yes, sir.
Look at that.
14.
That probably makes a difference.
We hope it does.
A 14 does save. As this yellow beam strikes you in the shoulder, and you begin to get angry and start to step toward it, and you feel your muscles locking up for a second before you power through it, and you eventually shrug it off. You hear you actually feel the amulet that you're wearing on your chest kind of start to burn into your skin a little bit. That reminder that it's there, and you do hear in your head just, you really don't have time to stop again. You're not allowed to stop again. And you're perfectly fine. Equilibrium. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Aw, dang it.
We'll just go the hell
I
shot
wanted
me.
a Constitution saving throw as well.
That's too damn bad.
Ragnar, turn on the damn lights. I don't even know what's hitting me.
Well,
Wait, why 2?
well, you nattied.
Imagine
Uh,
adding.
Roll the bless.
Oh, yeah. What is the bless? 1d4?
Plus
Yeah,
is a
1d4.
d4, yeah.
Okay.
So this will be the 11 plus the d4, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, the 20 is just for if I had advantage. We take those!
That made a difference.
Let's go.
That's all I'm gonna tell you.
Hell yeah!
Equilibrium,
we
you,
take those.
you still kind of have that cold energy on your hand from the snowball swarm. And you feel your eyes begin to glaze over, and you look to your left and see Trent. And you feel the ice start to encrust across your claws. And you go to rear back, and Trent, you see him looking at you like prey at the moment. As he, you see your magic, the same gray energy kind of wash over him, and he looks down at his hand and shakes his head and snaps out of it and looks at you, very confused.
Oh, that's different. I'm not used to him actually helping for once.
Well,
Well, no, because usually it's me or a purple energy helps you, but if it was the gray energy that time, then all right. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Mm-hmm.
Buy him dinner.
All right. We come to Winter.
Oh,
You
boy.
Cannot
It's been
currently
3
see.
years.
You cannot currently see either of the targets, but you saw the general direction. At least the one on the right moved in.
Well,
And the light is currently centered on you.
I've thought about it a lot ever since I realized we were going to one round the big boy. I don't think I can do anything.
you can hold your action.
It's hard to see the squares.
Yeah, go by the. It's very difficult to make them match up because the map maker has basically if you make a floor, it tries to make makeshift tiles with it, spaces with it. So just go by the gray lines because that's the roll 20 grid.
So I can move here by normal movement. The
Keep
light
in
would
mind
follow
the
me, but
keep
I'd
in
be
mind
able
moving
to-
directly through this would also be difficult terrain.
I have the mobile. Oh, that's only if I dash, right?
Not sure actually.
I don't think so.
No, I have it. It's just when you use dash action.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Well, hang on, I
Yes,
was
you are correct.
Here. Yeah, it was-
I think you were right up on
or
it.
was- Yeah. 'Cause- So I could get here by going around it.
Yeah, and that would bring the light with you up to here, and you would be able to. It would be in the dim light radius. You could see it off in that area now.
Well,
That is the one that
That'd be
Equilibrium already hit as well.
Oh,
Oh.
fuck equilibrium, I guess. Better go get in that fucking light.
You can see Winter.
He doesn't need to see himself.
You can see Winter in the area around him.
Well, so he's illuminated, so I can actually just throw something at him. It won't be a disadvantage.
He is in dim light, so it would be a disadvantage. The area
I'm just
around
gonna
you is
dash.
bright light.
I'm gonna post up. I'm gonna dash at him.
Dashing, getting right on him. All right.
I'm just gonna glare at him.
Okie dokie.
Like, some nostalgia here, and I don't fucking like it.
All right. Top of the round. A point of order. You no longer hear screaming coming from this room over here.
Whoa.
It has gone very quiet in that room. But I will let all
Yeah,
four
sure
of you.
it's fine. Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
it's fine. I will let all four of you
That's
decide
something.
what you would like to do at the same time here, or roughly at the same time.
I just pull the spider, you'll kill it, and I left.
Trent's gonna pat equilibrium on the shoulder. I won't leave you, buddy. And then he's gonna fucking use a sacred flame on this guy all the way over here.
Alrighty, that is a dex saving throw, correct?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Because I
Big
want
roll.
to, because I haven't done it yet. We will just
Cutting
where's
words.
that?
Brings it down to a 14.
Yeah. My save is a 16.
Yep, go ahead and roll your damage then.
Hell yeah, brother. 1d8 radiant damage. Oh wait, no, it goes up a d8 at 5th level. So I'll get 2d8.
2d8 radiant damage.
Hell yeah, brother. Jeez. 12 radiant.
12 radiant. Understood.
And that'll be my turn. I will bonus action.
Mhm.
Oh wait, no. I kind of want to hold on to my bardics, so we're good.
Alrighty. And you see its eyes kind of like, the pupils all kind of go from being like expanded to like really shrinks, like shrunken slits as the light goes off and flashbangs it in the back of the room and it squeals a little bit. Seems to sear it. We still have Marge, Ragnar, and Art. Whoever would like to act.
I think I'm gonna hold my action, but start approaching the sky. Unless I can get up to him and punch him.
Which one are you looking at? That one up there. Gotcha.
Spread out, kill the ads fast.
Yeah, alright. Crab and I are gonna move close enough to throw an ice knife at this one over here.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Let's see.
30.
And that is a spell attack roll first, correct?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Huh?
I think it's +6 that I get.
For the attack roll, it should be your wisdom, or I guess the crab's wisdom modifier plus its proficiency bonus, which is a +3.
It'll be 7.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, 7.
That definitely hits.
Good job, Mr. Crab. Alright, so it hits for 1d10 piercing and then it explodes for 2d6. Other shit. 5 damage.
Is there a saving throw on the explosion?
The target.
That's
and creature
5
within
piercing,
5 feet of
right?
it must
Yeah.
succeed on a dex saving throw or take 2d6 whole damage. Yes. Dex saving throw. Yes.
Gotcha.
Maybe 16 is my thing. Just barely.
Okay, so it succeeds on the dexterity saving throw. So how this would play out, Ragnar, what you would see as this is going on is an ice knife flies by you, a very familiar one, made from the sea foam of the crab. Throws the knife, goes into the creature that you're looking at, this eyeball stalk spider monstrosity, and sticks into it. And you watch as some of the eyes on the arms, like, kind of like snap forward into place and begin to glow, looking at the knife inside of it as you see the ice glowing about to rupture. And you watch the knife disappear out of its body for a moment. And you hear that same reverberating that it was making behind you. And Marjorie, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw against your own spell save DC.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Oh.
Trent, your cutting words was important there.
Hell
On
yeah.
the, was it Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Okay. And I need you to roll the damage on the ice knife explosion.
Do you need it for something? Because if it didn't hit anything,
I do need, yes, I do need the damage because ice knife, the explosion does half damage on save, correct?
No.
It does not?
No.
Okay. In that
It
case,
just says no. Just succeed or take.
yep, you are correct. Okay, just making sure. So what you would see is, like, as it goes past Ragnar, you see it sink into the creature, and you're confident of, like, you hear the humming of it about to go off, and then you hear that same humming get very close, and you notice the crab notices it's beneath you, and immediately dives to the side as it explodes in your vicinity, and it manages to shield you from it as well without taking damage itself,
Alright.
as some sort of
Marty
spell
just
deflection
has a
has gone off.
fucking Pokemon with him all the time. The shit's fucking rad.
It's pretty good. Alright, and then we go to... is there anything else you would like to do, Marge, before I move on?
No.
Okay, making sure. And then Art.
Art, yes. Art is doing the thing.
As he does.
I'm actually gonna send 6-8 and give the help action to Winter over here. He's one of you wanting this guy.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And then I am going to use my movement. So where's those noises? Where are they coming from?
They were coming from this room to the left.
So like over here.
Yes. Also, I'm gonna just draw a little square 6-8 back here.
He's a little guy.
I'm going to 5, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Another look.
And then okay. I'm going to use my Blessing of the Raven Queen to go 30 more feet over here. So I'm just trying to get over here as fast as possible so I can see what's down here. 5, 10, 25, 30.
Alrighty.
And if I look down here, like to the left, do I see anything over here?
To the
Or
left,
like a
those
door.
there appears to be large doors, but the wood on them appears to be splintered in places. They are closed, but they're, like, bent on the hinges. You're not able
Okay.
to see down that hallway from where you are.
Cool.
You're able to see, like, a little bit into the hallway, but you don't see anything at, like, of particular note.
Alright, so I'm just starting to move that way, and I'm going to take a shot at this dude here.
Gotcha.
Double shot. No sharpshooter, just regular.
Gotcha. I love sharpshooter because I feel like I'm listening to a Starbucks order. I'm gonna take a double shot,
Just
no
regular.
sharpshooter.
Yeah,
Gotcha,
no
okay.
sharpshooter. So
That definitely hits,
26
yes.
definitely hits. D10 plus 7 plus a D6. That's 15 points of damage on the first one. And then another shot. Nah. It was like on a 13, it was on 11, then it went to 4.
Yep.
But
That is a 14. That actually does hit. I was gonna say 14 is just a hit.
Okay, 15.
So, yep, you are good. Stretch and hydrate, I got you.
Damn, this is looking really familiar. Plus 2, so that's 12 plus 15, 27 points of damage to that guy right there.
Yes, sir. How do you kill it?
I killed it.
Yep, that one is dead.
I think I'm like on the move, and as I'm on the move, I kind of like a strafing shot. Oh, I was shooting at the one over. By the way.
Yes,
Okay,
that's
gotcha.
the one that I have the initiative order tied to. So I just deleted the
Oh,
other
I
one and
see.
dragged this one over here as the placement
Gotcha.
token.
That makes sense.
Just easier on me. But yeah, no, it is dust. It is broken on the floor, twitching.
That is my turn.
All right. And as these creatures are acting, Trent, from where you're at, you would be able to hear very muffled, like what sounds like muffled yelling coming from the crystal on the ground. It's very quiet, but you can make out what sounds like muffled, "Help me, you idiots!"
Oh, okay. Trent's gonna go use his movement because he didn't move. He's gonna pick up the gym.
And all you hear when you grab it is that, like, you see some arcane sparks kind of coming out the side where Art cracked it with his shot. And you hear, "Not you, you buffoon, unhand me." But the words are cutting out like a TV that's trying to pick up a signal, and it's not getting the full, like a radio signal not fully coming through, as though it's damaged.
It's okay, little guy. I'll keep you nice and safe. Just kind of rub like the side of it, put it in my backpack.
As you're putting it in, you just hear, "I will deliver you into the void myself." As it gets stuffed into the backpack, and you just hear nothing because it's a pocket dimension. All right. Yeah, you know. All right, equilibrium. What would you like to do?
It
is dark, but you can see this area over here where winter has lit up.
Yeah. I'm going to fire off a chaos bolt over at that one which I can see.
Okie dokie. Show me the attack roll.
Did it say? And then, so does a 20 hit?
A 20 does hit, so you're good.
Very cool. So 1 or a 2? 2. I'm picking 2, so it's cold damage, so that instead of it being only, what's that? 6, 11. Because of my draconic ancestry thingy.
Gotcha, yeah.
So as the acid and ice coalesce to make this unstable bolt, it all freezes over as he fires it off at the small aberration.
Gotcha. And that will definitely be enough to kill it. How do you kill it? Or how would you like to describe it? Its demise.
I like to imagine the shard of ice piercing through its eye and kind of like knocking it off balance and back a bit as it screeches horribly.
Understandable. In winter, you watch as you get up on this thing and you just hear this whoosh, like a bullet whizzing by you as these bolts crash into it. One of them
Stole my kill.
essentially freezing it in place, shattering it, and the parts just melting in front of you, all over the floor. And for the time being, you are no longer in combat.
I'll just yell, "Damn it!" and just slash the body.
Don't do anything.
All right.
Where's the fake Ragnar? I'll fight him.
So, looking around, you see Trent has picked up and pocketed the crystal that was within the large undead spider that was on the ceiling. It's still very dark in the room. Mount Claw, what would you like to do? As I said, there's no longer sound coming from this room that Art is over by.
Probably in our best interest to see what was making that noise in the first place.
Well, yeah, but it's no longer making that noise, so it's not our problem.
I mean, that's valid, I guess.
I'm gonna wave
Sure,
my
it's safe in
hands
there.
at that chandelier up there, and
this one?
cast prestidigitation. Yeah, just give us some light so we can actually see around. See if there's anything else here.
Gotcha. And yeah, there are sconces all over the room, as well as the chandeliers that have all been snuffed out. So lighting that would give you. I'm just gonna make these white. Yeah, there we go. That would give you roughly. 2, 10, 20, 30, 10, 20, 20. God damn it, I did it again. The default, like, color is gray, and I always just take that because the background is gray, is transparent. Roughly this whole area is now well lit as well. And I would say at this point you could see up in the whatever it's called, up over the banister, there are a couple of sconces up on the walls as well that appear to have been snuffed out. The chandelier over here is also available. Anything you would like to light up for better vision is up to you guys.
What's the plan?
I'll walk over to this door. I know you said there's some cracks in the door.
Yes.
I would just like to kind of peep through the crack a little bit, see if I see anything.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I think that's +3. Let me double check. Yeah.
From the end of the hallway, there's a straight shot to what appears to be another room. You can see light pouring out as there is a there's another doorway like the one you're standing in, except the doors appear to be gone from this opening.
Yeah.
You can see beds on either side of the room appear to have been, a lot of them appear to be tossed, like very messy, and like some of them overturned. And you can smell smoke coming from that direction, as you do see what looks like a lot of cloth, rugs, blankets, you're not exactly sure from here, sort of piled in the middle of the room, and you smell smoke coming from that direction.
I'm gonna motion Ragnar. Get over here. You might want to take a look at this. It being
Big
your
Nor.
home and after all. Big Nor, sorry. I'm gonna get out of your way.
But him pointing it out, you would see everything that he had seen before, or he would like let you know what's going on, and you'd be able to see it as well. Like I said, just there appears to be a large mass of some sort of cloth in the middle of the room, from what you can determine to be, as I said, rugs, bed sheets. Looks like a combination of a bunch of things that is just sitting in the back there.
Would this have any significant? Like, can I roll like a
Yeah.
history or?
There's some that you might know about.
I would say I'm not gonna make you roll for it because it's your house. The only significance that you're getting from this is that it looks like something has torn through this room. The beds appear to be damaged and not in their normal state, obviously. And looking very closely, it seems like the sheets and the cloth in the middle of the room appears to be moving ever so slightly.
Hello?
Yeah.
Hello.
So quiet for so long.
Yeah, I know.
Well, what do you think it is?
I'm not sure. Guess we should just keep going.
That is up to you guys. You have many ways that you can explore.
Alright, I'm sorry. I love y'all. But I didn't come to fucking Ragnar's castle to fucking kill spiders. I came to Ragnar's castle to see the fucking sun hole. I'm going to the sun hole.
Yeah, I'll follow off.
Where's the? Oh, is it over there?
Yeah.
Yes, this room over here was the sun hole.
I want to see the fucking sun hole.
Art's head popping out.
I'll lead.
Howdy.
do all
Little
the
Pete.
funny lock door or something. And then,
Boy, it's sunny in here.
And are you guys able to see in there right now? This is a test.
No.
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 Okay,
not
perfect.
currently.
Just testing fog of war, so that means I should be able to do this now.
Uh-oh.
There's
I
no
don't
sun
look-
hole in there.
Ragnar, you see the
that was
very
pretty
familiar.
dark.
You see the very familiar, ritual pillars off to the side that normally house the chains that hold someone in place in the center of the sun hole. The many times that you have been in here for your own rigorous training and testing. And you see several lenses, glass panels, that made up the structure of the sun hole that goes up into the ceiling and up further into the tower. It appears that the pieces of it that lead into this room have been destroyed and ransacked.
what the fuck? No.
And as you step in and look up into the tower, because you're generally aware of how it works. The light is refracted from a higher point in the house and in the tower down into and focused into this room. But it seems that the parts in this room have been destroyed and ransacked, with the building itself being tossed, essentially. And as you look up, you do see that some of the parts up higher into the tower appear to be intact.
They haven't been
Ruined.
to the higher floors yet.
They ruined the sun hole. I'm mad.
You're
I'm
not
just gonna walk around, just touching everything, mending it.
And given some time, a lot of the lenses and refractory pieces are able to be mended, especially with the bits that are on the floor. Just have to be very careful handling the broken glass.
Shit.
Yeah, you're not sure exactly how much damage was done to the entire structure of the focal points of the sun hole and the magnifying structures. But the sacred room that was once considered the sun hole itself appears to be
That's
ransacked.
Very angry. Like his veins start like blackening again.
Property value's ruined.
Ragnar, I'm gonna DM you something.
That's where all the value was.
I wanted to throw a goblin in there.
I don't know what's in the room.
Same.
One moment here.
Of course it is.
This is another room down here, right?
Yeah, let's see what's in this room.
So I don't know what the green square there was.
That was 6-8.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he was helping. Does it last forever? I assume that was just that'll reset now, right?
Sure, what the duration of the service is. I think it might be an hour, something like that. Sounds about right.
Alright. So what is the group doing at
I'm gonna bust down this door.
busting down that door?
I'm ready to see what's in there making all that ruckus.
Alright.
Or no longer making all that ruckus.
So, opening this door. Playing with Fog of War is fun. Be able to see. Oh shit, why is it like that? Why? There we go. That work? There we go, hey.
Oh.
Okay. You were able to see several what look to be blood encrusted and stained weapons and implements on a desk to your right. And looking along the back walls, there are a few skeletons that appear to be there. Several cocooned bodies also line the walls of this room. And something that catches your eye in the silence is there are a couple of cracks that lead out of the room as well. You no longer hear any noise. But it appears that damage has been done in here. And you're not sure if it's... You get the feeling that some of it may be by House Ragnar, but likely not the cocooned bodies that are along the walls.
Yeah. Any cocoons that are like within Winter's light radius, Equilibrium is going to go up to and run a claw down, try to like cut them open.
Yeah, I'm inside. So we can see it all.
You get in there. Trent's gonna just he's gonna roll perception. Just kind of get a look. Maybe there's something else here that we're not seeing.
Me too. I'll roll dice.
Can I guidance myself?
You may guidance yourself. And okay.
The 19.
Okay. So while this is going
16.
on, I apologize. I'm spinning a few plates. Trent, what was the roll for your 19?
19.
For what? Are you perception or? I
Yeah.
Yeah,
apologize.
him and I.
Gotcha. Yeah, the big things that you would notice, I would say, Equilibrium, you were cutting some of the cocoons open, correct?
Yeah.
Gotcha. And as you move around and begin to, like, slice the bodies open, you notice a few what look to be, for lack of a better term, half-digested from the fluids inside of the cocoons. Bodies of larger, muscular, what look to be guards, wearing similar clothing to what you've seen your companion Ragnar wear. And you can gather that these were probably standard guards / members of House Ragnar as well. And one appears to be not wearing the same outfit. This one in the corner back here. And Trent, with your 19, you would notice and recognize this person as one of the members of the party that stole the, or that was attempting to steal the cart of magic weapons from the missing piece party. It is the elderly man, the cleric that you talked to afterward and reasoned with a bit more. That was more level-headed. His name was Tio, and he appears to be also dead to the same fate. Was it perception for Winter and Art as well, in this case?
Yeah.
Yep.
Gotcha. Winter, you would also see and recognize the same thing with a 16. Art, you would be, I would say, be more focused on, you notice that most of them are wearing the same garb. You still get that bit. You still get that they're mostly House Ragnar guards. The three along the wall appear to have extra chip marks in the neck. And you gather that these were probably... You're not sure of the customs here, but you gather that they were probably drained and left here. By,
Gotcha.
vampiric means.
Well, what do you guys think?
I have no idea what's going on.
Not much we can really do to help these people.
Ragnar kind of dips behind the rest of the party. And then lunges at Marge.
Oh.
Well, I'm in the room, so I don't.
Yeah, I know.
I don't see it. We're nowhere near
Look,
Mark.
Marge.
He went in.
Do what?
Ragnar. I said Ragnar kind of like gets behind the rest of the party and lunges at Marge.
Oh
Goes-
god.
Goes for a bite.
Fucking eats the crab.
No,
You
no,
better
not
leave me
crab
alone.
legs.
I'm gonna roll dexterity and just roll away from your ass.
You can also
I will
drop
say-
him large, so he's not huge.
Beat a 19, pussy.
So, I will say, this was an attack roll. However, I will give the crab... I will count that as the crab's roll for a dexterity roll to take the attack for Marge, if you would like.
Well, that was a straight up attack roll.
That was an attack roll. That was what the natural 20 was. That
Oh,
I only
gotcha.
rolled
Well,
right
then
there.
no,
Yes.
that just hit, bro. No, I thought we were just joshing. Yeah, you go ahead and hit.
I would say, with a 19, the crab would be allowed to take the hit if you would like. That is up to you.
No.
Marge taking
20's
it?
a 20. We respect the 20s. in this
Respect
household.
20s.
All right.
Anything less, sure, I would have told you to go fuck yourself, but that 20? Nah, that 20 is how it goes.
What do I roll for damage?
It is going to be... go ahead and give me 3d6. Okay. Marge, you're going to take 8 points of necrotic damage.
Okay.
And your maximum HP is reduced by that amount currently.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
Didn't break the temp HP. Let's go. And I guess he kind of did.
Does Marge say anything?
She got just assaulted by a huge man on the neck, no? What am I gonna say? Gurgles and blood?
I mean, you can yell, you can...
I assume there's
No,
some
I'm
sort
more
of shriek
shocked
of
than
pain.
anything, to be honest with you.
What's going on?
How does the crab react, Cam? That's what you should go with.
That's a good point.
You need my spell list, homie? I got you. Hold on. I'll send you a little message here.
I'm gonna say
we've used the one spell Erupting Earth. Otherwise,
the first thing the crab's doing is dropping in large. And it is going to just, in a fit of like not being able to act fast enough, it's just gonna turn and swing.
Okay, I'm gonna try to like parry or deflect if possible, or I'll just tank it too.
What is the crab's strength modifier?
Not very high.
50.
His strength is 14, so he gets +2.
+2? Plus its proficiency, which would be up to a +5? Because it's a 3? Okay.
Yeah.
Go with that. Oh!
We gotta respect them not 20s in this household.
Poetic
Crab
karma.
got angry.
Yeah.
Crab uses Big Claw to backhand Ragnar.
I imagine the party would start hearing this, right?
The party would probably start hearing this. I don't believe you're raging anymore.
No.
Okay. That is going to be 11. The 11 is doubled to 22. 24 points of we're gonna go with slashing damage as the crab immediately turns around and you see a massive pincer around your waist just attempt to cut you in half.
Oh.
And you feel the pincer clamp in as it hits a few lower ribs in the midsection and crack them. Like you hear the cracking of bone. You feel like this is gonna leave a mark. This is incredibly painful. And the crab holds you there and just stares at you. And the eye stalks look back at you, Marge.
I'm good. We're good now. I lost it for a little bit, but we're okay.
The eye stalks are
Promise.
looking at you, Marge,
Look at
for
my
instruction.
eyes. They're not bloodshot. Look.
Ragnar's eyes are slightly bloodshot, but they have this almost like a grave. You would see.
So what you're saying is my pie has already been stolen.
The pie's already been stolen. However, you would see the equivalent of what is like that similar red mist that you've seen pour out of Ragnar before. You see clouding over the eyes a bit and fading at this point. It appears to be dissipating. That pincer is still buried around your midsection. It is not letting you go until it gets an order.
You know, I just kind of stop and look at the crab. This isn't up to me, buddy. You have to learn to make these decisions. You have to have the control to stop yourself. He didn't mean it. Don't take orders. Understand what you need to do.
The crab's stalks look forward. and stare directly at you, Ragnar, directly into your eyes, and it sees the same thing, and you feel its muscles loosen just a bit as the claw slowly releases tension and takes a step back on its own with Marge.
I hop off the crab and just like walk to the front of it and kind of hold it, bury my face in it for a moment.
And Art, are you stepping up next to Ragnar at this point?
Yes.
You would hear it before you would see it, looking at this whole situation kind of like in shock. I will, for the sake of this, say that the room is well enough lit at this point for everybody to make out everything, so we'll get rid of those. But you would hear it before you would see it. There's a sizzling sound coming from Ragnar. And Ragnar, you feel this, and it burns just a bit as it's happening. But you look, and you see there are chunks taken out of Ragnar's midsection from this massive, like, from the massive damage that he just took from this giant crab clamping down on him. And you see steam billowing out from them, and the skin bubbling as bone begins to reform and very slowly start sizzling and trying to put itself back together.
So that sizzling is not like necessarily a bad thing, it's more like a healing thing?
It feels like the body is trying to regrow.
Okay, gotcha.
I will not make you roll for that, as you can see it happening before your eyes.
Gotcha.
Are you the real Ragnar?
Ragnar,
Yes.
what's going on?
The
What
fake one
happened?
would say that.
The gift took a bit of a stronger hold than usual, and I lost.
What happened? Is it because of the sun hole, or?
I don't know.
Is it because of the sun hole? You like that, wouldn't you?
I was just thinking maybe he was angry.
This
And it just.
this quote-unquote gift seems a lot
Yeah.
more like a curse, and if you can't get it under control, we're going to need to find a way to break said curse before you attack any more of our compatriots. I don't care how much power it might give you, it's not worth you turning on us.
If you're worried about contracting vampirism, I will eventually have access to greater restoration, so I'm not really worried about it. But I do think there should be alternatives to attacking us first, or like maybe have like something on you, so when you do get the urge, you can just kind of like take a chunk out of it instead of one of us.
Yeah, Art takes out one of his vials and then stabs a syringe into his arm, his good arm, and then puts the blood into a syringe, or into like a beaker or vial, stops it up and gives it to Ragnar.
Ragnar just kind of like takes it.
I will say, for the sake of that,
Art, and then doesn't much else. The rest of
yeah, just take a point of piercing damage, Art. All right. So, with that settled, the last thing that was seen in the dungeon was one of the members of the missing piece that had been sent to House Ragnar. Does appear to be dead and cocooned dungeon. The rest of the bodies appear to either be victims of the house or dead Ragnar guards. It is up to Mount Claw how you would like to proceed.
Weren't there rooms like also on the left and right of these halls?
Yes, you are correct. And Ragnar called them out as being, the left is the barracks, which appears to be lit, have something large moving in a bunch of cloths in that room, and the smell of smoke coming from it. The one on the right appears to, Ragnar knows to be the mess hall.
Well, I'm down to search the barracks. I feel like if we search
Yeah,
the
Ragnar's
barracks,
gonna go for the barracks first.
Okay.
maybe there's people up in there that we can free if there's lights on in there.
All right. So Mount Call is proceeding to the barracks. Hey, get you guys in here real quick.
I think I specifically am kind of like I have myself in between Ragnar and Marge at all times, pretty much.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to like just like. Anyway,
No, you're good. Go ahead. Whatever you guys would like to discuss, I have to get you guys in here anyway. Okay.
New room. New me, who does?
New room. Boop.
Hey, Freya. Hey, Freya.
Doop-a-doo. Make sure everybody has control of their token real quick. Last one should be Ragnar here. I think everybody else does. Ragnar, you should know.
It's weird how the squares in the room aren't
Aren't the same, I know. I had to stretch this one because for some reason these maps... The way I had to do these was weird, just because they were oddly shaped. And I had to end up stretching the map anyway. So, we'll just go with the Roll20 grid.
You know, works for me, boss.
Yep. Unless it's easier to like... Nah, it doesn't make as much sense. Well, hold on. How big is that in like correlation to a bed? We'll just go with the Roll20 grid. It's easier. But, yeah, no. Upon further inspection, the doors appear to be knocked off of the hinges, as you can see on the floor as you walk in. It does appear to be well lit in here. And walking in, you do hear a very loud, what sounds like snoring coming from the massive sheets in the middle of the room. You do see it slowly rising and falling. Most of the beds appear to be tossed and or destroyed. Ignore all of the sheets that are actually on the beds. They have been moved to the center of the room. And you do notice, you'd be able to hear it before anything, but you do notice that there is a fire going on the other side of the sheets.
Okay, let's approach this with caution.
I'm gonna do just a general perception check. Before we interact with this thing at all. Seems like a large creature in the sheets. Does it look anything like the big sheet monster that we fought before? Is it?
It does not, and it does not smell nearly as putrid. Though something does smell a bit off. It's more like a locker room than anything. 19? Over a 20. You're pretty much bang on. It does seem like there is a large creature in the pile of sheets.
There's a large creeper in there, guys.
Large creeper. About to hear a hiss.
Oh man.
That hiss more like an air brake, dude.
So, what exactly are you examining, Trent, so I know what to give you here?
I'm just trying to make
Just
out
suss out the
whether-
vibe of the room.
Yeah.
Okay. I can give you a couple things then. Like I said, there does appear to be a large creeper under the sheets. As you hear hissing. No. You do hear snoring, but you also hear... It's strange. You hear snoring, but you hear a mumbling, as though someone is talking to themselves. That you can't... in words you can't quite make out. It sounds like it's common, but it's too quiet to be made out. And it's not in sync with the snoring. So you get the feeling that it's probably... It sounds like someone else is awake underneath the sheets. And with a 20 examining the room, you would also notice, while a lot of the room is damaged, something that seems slightly out of place, even for, you're not as familiar with House Ragnar, but you would notice that there is a very faint breeze coming from this section of the room, and you notice the cracks and a very tiny bit of broken wall behind where that dresser appears to be pressed up against. It was a DC 20 to notice.
Dang.
Large what?
You feel a breeze coming from this back section of the room, and you notice extra cracks along the walls and a slight bit of space between this dresser that's back here and the wall itself.
Like there are cracks in the walls anywhere.
Most of the wall seems pretty okay, and there are actually windows that are very heavy glass on the sides of the room that are letting in the slightest bit of light. But this part seems particularly damaged.
Well, I want to cast Prestidigitation to use like a. So it says you can produce like a puff of wind,
Mm-hmm.
and I just want to like knock some of these sheets up or like away from the fire, but like pushing them away from this pile to see what's underneath.
Gotcha, okay. And so you're able to push, like, a lot of the ones on the side off and, like, out this way a little bit, like, toward the back of the room a little bit. But there appears to be, like, right in the center, it appears to be catching on something. And you do hear a voice kind of... Drafty. Need to... You see a large hand reach out from this side. Similar to the... I'll give you this. It is similar to the look of New's hand and his ogres that reaches out and grabs some of the sheets and pulls them back. You still hear snoring.
Cozy in there, bud?
Do I sense any? I would know this room. Do I, like, they seem chill, right?
I would say this is not anyone familiar to you, Ragnar, from your typical crew. And as Trent, as you call out, you still hear snoring this whole time. But it's rather cozy, yes. Wait a minute. And, you see it start to, like, stand up and the sheets fall off to the sides a little bit.
My gun's drawn.
And you see a large ogre similar to New, but with two heads. One of them still asleep and snoring, turning back and looking your direction out of the pile. And it pulls up a large club from the side. Who are you? Why are you here? Keep your voices down. I was brought here, told I would have a new home. It appears I do. Now please keep your voice down. My brother is sleeping. You notice the other head on the creature is still slumped off to the side, snoring very loudly.
Listen, and Trent attempts to keep his voice low. Are you aware of what's happening to the rest of the castle?
I don't need to know what's happening to the rest of the castle. I know that I have my home here, and that is all I need. We were brought here by the lady that looks kind of like you, and points at you, Trent. It's, Ulira, I think her name was. She told us to follow her to the surface and told us that we would have a home out of the dark here. I was tired of living in the dark.
I understand that. The dark's pretty scary.
It's terrible. I haven't even been able to leave this room because of that thing they put in the lobby.
Well, we dealt with that thing in the lobby.
See, it kind of like raises an eyebrow at you, sets the club down in a less offensive position, kind of like rests it on the ground like a walking stick. Well, That is good to hear at the very least.
Listen, if you want to help us deal with the rest of the castle, we'll make sure your home is safe.
I
'Cause
do
if
not.
The rest of the, well, if the rest of the castle is, not okay, then this place will soon not be okay for a home either. You think maybe you would, we'd have extra sheets and a warm area for you to stay.
Keep your voice down. He's
Sorry.
sleeping.
It should just be,
As the ruler of this castle, I just want to urge you that you and your brother will always have a place held or under siege.
I want to believe you, but I saw you leaving with that woman that brought us here. How do I know that you will not cast us out the second we expend our usefulness?
we had a conversation first before coming in here and trying to kill you.
Just look at my team. They're all different. There's no one here that really matches. Take a look at the rest of the Baron. But Ragnar doesn't. You never outlive your usefulness.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage at that. As you look him up and down, you notice several scars and what look like lash marks as well, along the arms, the chest, the
You said
back.
Persuasion with advantage.
Yes.
We'll give him a bardic for that.
Sure.
You get 1d8 on top of it.
Mm-hmm. But you get the feeling that he's been mistreated. They've probably been mistreated most of their lives.
And then plus 1d8 on top of that.
It's an advantage too.
Yep. So go ahead and roll again to see if you can do any better. God damn, full advantage. You won't roll the bardic again. Just keep that. But
Oh, let's go!
Bro, what is up today?
Dude, these dice are actually like
Max. Fucking
Most
rolling.
charismatic barbarian.
you seem
That's how I got the monkeys.
different from him. The one
This
that was
is
with
insane.
Miss Ulira. You're not the same, are you? You see, drops the club and starts just walking toward you guys. Not like in a hostile manner, just kind of approaching. I am Wog. This is my brother, Rook. It is good to see faces that do not have eyes that bore through us. What have you come here for? If you are not here to evict me and my brother.
Well, we are kind of trapped in my own home, if you believe it. We came here to check on some things, and shapeshifters are involved now.
So that was not you with her, then.
No.
Very well. So he kind of goes back to his pile and pulls a few blankets up over the shoulders, and you notice he's got heavy scars on his back. Not just from, like, lash marks, but, like, there might actually be chunks of metal and weapons broken off in his back still. Come. Sit with me if you would. Dinner is almost ready.
What you making?
It doesn't smell great.
I like to assume that Trent ran over there and just like squatted like crisscross applesauce.
Full
Yeah.
Goku mode.
And you notice he's got a couple of cauldrons that Ragnar, you notice, have been taken from the mess hall. But, I haven't been able to take these back to the mess hall to properly wash them or take care of them, so I'm doing what I can, but we've just been boiling any bones we find left over from the carcasses of the house. And, making stew with them, making soup if you would like to help yourselves. There were plenty to go around when we made our way in here.
I
It's
appreciate
mostly just broth.
it. But
Ice stupid.
is
Sounds
he
amazing.
feeling
Awesome.
hungry? Like, dude, does he look like he's hungry?
Doesn't necessarily look hungry, just very low energy and tired. You can see the bags around the eyes.
I'm gonna cast Goodberry. I'm gonna give everybody Goodberry, and then I'm gonna hand what's left to the because I get 10 good berries. So everybody gets one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm gonna hand the 4 left over to this guy. Listen, I appreciate the stew. It looks good. But I picked these berries. Maybe you'd like to try some of them. Just eat all 4 of them at once.
Well,
It just sounds super fucking suspicious when you say it like that.
I
but-
know.
yeah.
Just yeah.
Not,
We're
stuff them
friends.
all in your mouth and chew very quickly. Don't think about it.
Just tell
By
me
the
about
way, they're
poison
not
too while you're at
poison.
it.
Yeah, they're not poison, by the way.
They aren't. They're just good berries. I'm just
They're
hoping that make 'em
delicious
feel better.
berries.
The good shit.
Those are some sure good berries.
I eat mine and for posterity.
Trent, what do your good berries taste like? I'll let you decide.
So like, they're like, think of like a bag of Skittles.
Okay.
I was really hoping you'd say they taste like blue raspberries.
No. So like, yeah, some of them can be blue raspberries. It's like, so I cast Goodberry, and there's 10 flavors. All right. Each one is a different flavor. There's like lemon, lime, blue raspberry, grape, cherry. They just kind of like all come out. And to be fair for everyone, I just kind of like, when I cast it, I just like put them in a little sack and I juggle them up, and then I divvy them out one at a time to everybody, so it's like random. Fucking Equilibrium got grape.
Dang.
Fucking Ragnar got cherry. Winter got lime. The ogre man got raspberry, lemon. What's it called? I don't know. Some banana, some random flavors.
Wait a minute. Bananas aren't berries.
Yeah, and then
Yeah, new good berry
fucking-
flavors dropped. Wake up, honey.
He does know.
A lot
And,
of those flavors aren't.
And Art got like I don't know.
Fantasy Skittles.
Trying to think of I don't know, wild cherry, I guess.
Coconut.
Just a different flavor, watermelon. I don't know. But it's like yeah, like I said, it's just like a bag of Skittles with different, different like flavored ones. And I just kind of handed them out to everybody. They don't all taste the same. They're all different every time.
And you see he's only operating the right side of the body, essentially. So he, like, extends a hand, and, like, all 4 of them go into the right hand. He smells them a little bit, watches you eat a few. And, he, palms them in his hand and, like, kind of taps, the other head on the side of the head as he slowly opens his eyes. What's going on? Is it my turn to watch? No, brother. These are friends. That one looks like the one that came in with the lady. Yeah, yes, no, I understand. He's not the same person, I assure you. But he looks the same! Please, trust me,
Shape shifting.
Sorry, I gotta use the bathroom.
Shade warding?
Yeah, you got it.
Shift. Like people can look like a shapeshifter could look like you.
You see he's kind of, like, leaning back and, like, trying to reach for the club, but his brother's, like, fighting him and, like, kind of pulling the other direction. It's like, no, stop, listen. It means that someone can look like someone else, but not really be them. You understand? Okay, I guess. We look alike and we're not the same.
It's
hello.
like magical fancy dress party.
I thought this, I thought it'd be easy if I just
Oh,
said
yeah, he'll get
future,
that.
but it really made it more complicated.
No, I like your words. You talk funny. What is that smell? Look, brother, they've brought us food. I see here. And you see, like, he divvies it out so they each have 2. They each eat 2 at the same time. That's much better than eating bone water, drinking bone water for days. It's quite good, yes, thank you very much. What was your name, sir?
I'm Trent, and this is Ragnar. This is Equilibrium. That's Winter. That's Art. And that's Marjorie and a Crab. And this is Ragnar's castle, and we're here to deal with the bad things in the castle and save people.
You said Ragnar. That was the place that we were told we were supposed to take over and get a foothold in Eminence.
Yeah.
This is your home then, not.
It's Ragnar's
see.
home, not mine.
And you see, like, Wog seems to be, like, scratching his chin, like, beneath his beard, kind of, like, putting it together. So that wasn't his manor they were walking into, it was yours. Which means, if they were heading to the inner chambers of the manor, they said they had some kind of meeting. Rook is kind of still chewing on the berries, like talking with his mouth full. Someone's dribbling out. Yes, they said they had some sort of meeting, some sort of agreement to come to, and they were looking for some artifact in the rubs his head a little bit. You see Rook pops up and kind of tries to speak for him. In the acrobat chamber. No, and you see it sounds like they're both trying to think. Yeah, they said it was the acrobat of House Ragnar was gonna make a deal with him.
Archon?
Yeah, that's the word.
Over at Ragnar.
They were gonna hand over some sort of artifact at the end of it.
Oh no, I don't know what that is, but that seems pretty important. Do you want to come with us to help go to the meeting? You're invited.
They kind of look at each other. We are very grateful to you, but we've seen the... We did not march in here alone, as you saw doubtlessly from the lobby. There are far worse things that we marched with to get here. You see they kind of like... You see the left side, Rook, the one that woke up, kind of like takes his hand, like sitting there and kind of like curls it around his knee, like almost in a fetal position. I don't want to go back to the dock. And I'm pretty sure that if we go out there, everything's gonna be dark forever. If we go that way. We just wish for a peaceful life at this point. We don't want to fight anymore. It was hard enough dealing with this place, and you see he kind of like looks down and like, after piecing things together, looks down at Ragnar kind of with a sorrowful look. I'm sorry for what we helped do to this place. To these people. Your people. We did not know. We just wanted to be free. We didn't want to...
Put my hand on his shoulder and like give him a nod.
We didn't want anything to hurt anymore.
If you were brought here by Drow, I dare say you were never going to be free while under their rule. They have a bit of a reputation.
Well, it is good to see that not... It is good to see that not all of them carry the same reputation. Just as we will not judge you for your blood,
He
your
gets House
upbringing.
Ragnar, and I kind of punch the ogre in the shoulder like playfully, and it's like he doesn't even fucking feel it. It's like
You see
stay
he
here,
actually,
buddy."
you see Wog, the smart one, actually flinches a little bit at like somebody reaching out to strike in his direction, and like his fist tenses a little bit before relaxing. I'm sorry, we're a bit on edge.
You stay here. You keep eating your bone juice. We're gonna go help out the rest of the castle. If you're ever feeling courageous, feel free to follow our trail. You'll probably see it. The trail of death and destruction that we've fucking put in our wake everywhere we go.
Thank you for not rigging it here.
Yeah. We usually think it out first.
One of us can typically keep watch while the other is asleep, so if you need somewhere to rest on your journey, we can keep a lookout for you at the very least.
Bless.
That certainly sounds useful.
Alright, so sorry I'm bad.
Welcome back.
Let's go figure out what's going on in the rest of the castle. Hopefully we can get to this meeting before something bad happens.
As well, if you would like, we, Brother, is it okay if I allow them to dig into your toy chest a little bit? You see he kind of like scratches his chin. They seem alright, I guess. Well, fair enough. And, see he kind of gets up and saunters over to, the side of the room by where this dresser is. And I'm not going to re-put tokens, but you now see what was behind the dresser, which was a very small alcove that appears to be essentially crushed out of the wall, with a very large footlocker in the back of it. Feel free to take what you need out of the, my brother's toys. He does a little air quotes with his hand in the back, if you like. It might help.
You told me this. Go look at first chest. First fucking chest of the campaign right here. I'm fucking looking in that shit. Yo, what's in the chest, bro?
I need you to roll
Big
initiative.
mimic.
No.
A mimic.
No, he actually does, like, flip the lock for you and, open up the latch and just kind of leaves it open. You see roughly, for the sake of this, there are scattered coins, but it's roughly 415 gold pieces.
God damn.
Looks to be a lot of it is just strewn extra weapons that appear to be left over, and Ragnar, you would recognize these as being crafted for House Ragnar, similar to the ones that are on the wall back there. So weapons of all sorts. And, amongst all the weapons, there is what appears to be some sort of, a fabric item beneath that you kind of have to either remove the weapons or dig your hands through them very carefully for. And it doesn't seem to tear when the blades come across them. Who would like to be the one retrieving these items?
I'll let anyone who wants to do it. But I kind of did go up there and do it.
So
Well,
do
there you
it.
Okay. Trent, as you're like kind of getting these out, you notice the item in the bottom, and you kind of go to like get the like you're slowly just like one by one pulling the weapons out and getting them out of the way. He's just like, here, I can, and kind of like gets a handful of them, just like blades and all, just kind of like sets them to the side for you so you can get to the bottom. But as you do, you see in the bottom there is a there's this black robe with this silver filigree along the edges. And as you go to pick it up by the shoulders and like unfold it in front of you, you notice a couple of eyes open on it, like one on the sleeve and one on the like the breast pocket area. Before, and they kind of like look you over, very veiny, like purpley looking irises, and then close back up. Doesn't appear to be anything hostile. a bit jarring after your last encounter, maybe.
That's kind of nice.
That was on one of the, I believe you call them drow, one of the, casters that they brought with them that did not make it through the endeavor. They told one of their soldiers to grab it, but we thought it looked interesting, so we took it for ourselves before barricading ourselves in here. Well, more becoming trapped in here. Nothing really went through the lobby after they passed through.
You mind if I take it?
Yes, feel free. It's the least we can do. I don't know what it does, but I believe it's similar to something that we can do for each other, where even when you close your eyes, you can always see, and I believe you see a little bit better with it.
Yeah. I'll keep on to this. Thank you. You can keep the rest of it. I don't want to take too much of your stuff. I'm ready. I'm ready to get going, guys. Fucking Trit gets ready to head out of the room and start going towards the mess hall. Try to see if there's anything else over there that we can get before we head on to the main area.
Ragnar will follow.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and, before you do go, and you, like, see, kind of, like, whispers something to Rook, and, Rook just goes, No, not that one. He's just like, they're going to need it, they're going to help us. They might be our best chance of living a free life. You want that, don't you?
Be better chance with you.
We are not fighting anymore. I refuse. However, you see, he looks at his brother and he just kind of sulks. And fine. And, they walk down to this bed at the bottom of the room. And there's a very large teddy bear laying across the bed. He, picks it up and kind of, like, strokes the head a couple of times before ripping the head off of it. You see him, like, reach 2 fingers down into where, like, he tries to take the head, but he takes basically the whole top half of it off. And reaches 2 fingers in and pulls out what looks like a large crimson ruby with a very ornately engraved R on the front of it. Yeah, we were told to hide this and stay put. So, you'll probably need it to get to where you're going. It's really pretty, and I'm really sad I have to get rid of it, but you can have it. It was probably yours anyway. And Ragnar, you...
Yes, I don't suppose the R stands for Ragnar, does it?
I don't know. Maybe.
That was more directed at Ragnar.
Ragnar, you would recognize this as, one of the crests used to open the large marble door at the top of the stairs.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it stands for Ragnar. Very perceptive.
Thank you. I like to picture myself, intellectual. That's a joke. My brother taught me that one. He's the smart one.
But is he offering it to us?
He's holding it out in his palm, yeah. It's roughly the size of, like, a grapefruit.
Cool. Yeah, I'll take it and be like,
Question, what is a grapefruit roughly the size of?
Like a softball.
Okay. That one I do know.
Got you. It's like an orange, but like twice the size of an orange.
Okay. Goddamn Americans.
Right.
You're a goddamn fair.
It's like 1/200th of a football pitch.
Well, if you were aware of how big that was, it'd be an easy conversion. I don't have to tell you.
Our measurements are football fields for moon landing. All right. Good luck to you, Mr. Ragnar and Trent and friends. Thank you for the food. Hopefully we'll see you again soon.
I promise that you will.
And remember, if you need sleep, we can watch out for you. That is the most we can do.
Week. To the next room. Trent just kind of bursts out of the door into the fucking main room where he killed the fucking giant spider, and he's just like, "Oh yeah, that's right. Oh god. Oh god."
All right. Back into here. So, okay. You guys now have access to the way up through the marble door and the room on the right to the mess hall.
Now, me, the gamer in me wants to go to the mess hall and just make sure we cleared out everything before we move on to the next area. That's up to y'all.
Gamer it up then, because I also believe the same way.
We gamer in, boys.
Yeah,
yeah,
the RPG player in me is like, no, we need map completion.
100% in this bitch.
I need to uncover every tile.
You open the Ragnar Manor map in the very last room and notice it's at 99%, and you go scouring through, just hitting every wall. Where is it?
I would.
Yep. Are you guys heading to the mess hall then?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why, but Ragnar's Manor is giving the fucking house is giving me Resident Evil 1 castle or fucking mansion vibes.
Once again, please forgive me for having to stretch this a little bit, but I did my best. There you go.
Also, if you did really want to use the things on the map as opposed to the Roll20 ones, holding Alt while moving your token means that you can move it off of the grid, so we could use the map's grid instead.
Gotcha, I see. Okay. Can you get everybody on here real quick? And coming in here, this place is even more tossed than the bunks were for the most part. You notice corpses of giant spiders that you are the same as the ones you fought outside. You do notice you don't notice any humanoid bodies around, which brings you a little bit of peace at first. But you do hear some rustling behind the counter and a bit of groaning.
Well, once again, general perception check. We're making sure there ain't nothing fishy in here. I see giant bugs and shit, and I'm just like, there could be some more bugs in here. So, just gonna make sure there's the vibes of the room are all right, and that, no one's out to get me.
I would like to roll to vibe check the room.
Yep, as you do.
And then 1d4 for guidance, so a 12.
Nice.
Gotcha. With a 12? Actually, hold on.
Trent has good eyes, but today he's like, no.
I guess we'll see if the crab can see anything.
I'm glad that at least the spiders in this room are already dead. Or, well, I suppose they were in the last room, but the non-moving kind of dead.
0 successes.
0
Nice.
success.
1d20 equals 2.
Equals 2. That would have gotten a -2. -1.
So, coming in here, the big things to notice are, as I said, the corpses strewn across the ground. Some of them appear to have arrows in them. Some of them appear to be seared in places. have slash marks, some burn marks. Looks like something took care of these pretty handily. And the rustling that you initially heard behind the counter as you were approaching has faded. You're not entirely sure where it could have gone or why.
Can I have a look behind the counter?
You look behind the counter?
Yeah.
Alright. I need you to make a dexterity sit. No. So, looking behind the counter, like just going up to it and having a peek over, you would see a pretty well-made stove, pretty heavy stove. Looks like it's big enough to roast larger animals in, like pigs, for example. Looks like barrels with some cooking ingredients, some stuff up on shelves, herbs, spices, all that. Roughly 11 of them. And you see a couple of drawers that look like they've been left open behind the counter. Appears to be a dagger in one of them. Mostly appear to be utensils, but a lot of the utensils look like they've been sharpened in ways that could be used as weapons. And there does appear to be a small hatch in the back where you would be familiar with the custom of using essentially these as pantries if you don't have like closet space in structures like this.
It's going to. Is there stuff cooking? Like.
Nothing appears to be cooking in the oven at the moment, but it does appear to have been recently used.
Closed up.
It is closed
I
up.
don't know, guys. I mean, there's not really a whole lot going on in this room. Looks like whatever is in here has already got handled.
Made of metal.
It is made of metal.
Can someone heat that? No one? Alright. Neither can I.
I can't, unfortunately.
I mean, if we have box of matches.
Well, I mean,
I
technically,
guess
yeah,
I
but
can see what I can do here. I shoot it with my gun.
I try to make sure there's nothing inside of it.
The
Open up the
the
oven.
fire bullets still. Are you just shooting the oven like at the oven door?
No, can I? Is it? I see. Okay, so there's not electric, so it has to be gas, right? So there
Yes.
must be something I can light with prestidigitation.
You do notice 2 burners on top. You don't smell gas though. It seems like it's not on at the moment.
It could
Would
be.
I know how this works or what part is missing?
I shall be back in a minute.
You do know how the ovens work in House Ragnar.
Yeah, I figured I did.
Yes. Typically it's not done by magic, so it is done by gas or fuel of some sort. Sometimes if your like chef is feeling really frisky, they just say fuck it and they literally just throw some like pitch in there or some like timber,
Jesus.
like dry timber.
Yeah.
And just throw it on top of it. The chefs of House Ragnar don't care as long as they get results. They don't care as long as there is a fire inside of the oven somewhere. But nothing seems to be off about it necessarily right now.
So can I just throw some? Do we have any shit around? Can I conversion in there and just light? Well, we don't have any. I guess Art has the gun.
Let's have prestidigitation.
I don't know. Say if all's kosher.
Well, it's fair. The gamer juice is in me. Is there anybody here? Hello? Just kind of like standing around, like looking behind the thing and like opening up the drawers and like looking at the ingredients and stuff splayed around. Ragnar and the boys, if you're in here, I thought I heard something in here. Me, Ragnar, and the boys are gonna go to that meeting, and we're gonna kill some shapeshifters. So, yeah, peace. And then Trent just kind of starts headed towards the door,
Where were you when you yelled that?
like right here behind the thing. Oh, the guys.
Gotcha. Give me a perception check as you're yelling that.
Yeah. 25.
You notice very faintly as you're going to walk by, this hatch back here for the pantry closes ever so slightly as you turn around to look that general direction.
Boom, boom.
Trent goes over here to the guys.
Hey, I think there's a little hatch behind the thing over there, back there.
You gonna go open it?
Oh, I think there's somebody in the hatch.
Oh, you gonna go open it?
Well, yeah, I'm gonna go open it, but there's gonna
What's this about a hatch? Are we whispering?
Oh no, Jesus Christ!
I use prestidigitation again to blow it open.
Dynamite motherfucker out here.
I'm gonna walk back over to the hatch.
As you see it fly open from the gust that lifts it up. You hear the slightest bit of shifting inside, and you hear someone, it sounds like somebody trying to hush other people or someone else.
Fucking Trent's gonna cast light on a fork and drop it down into in there. Hey, listen, I'm not here to hurt you. Like, none of us are here to hurt you. Ragnar owns the place. I don't know if you guys.
Roll
right.
attack to see if the fork stabs someone in the eye.
You just hear,
I don't.
my leg.
I don't. Listen, you can come out. It's safe up here. Like the spiders are dead in the main
Well,
lobby.
that's all relative, but yeah.
I don't. Yeah, Ragnar did kind of just bite you earlier, didn't he?
Yeah.
I said I was sorry.
It doesn't matter.
as you two were bickering in the back,
The pan over to Ragnar in the far back. I said I was sorry.
so good. As you drop the fork down here and you hear the clanking as it hits the floor, Trent, you're able to see inside better, and you see what looks like, with their eyes adjusting, you see the glint of silver scales as there is a dragonborn man with heavy armor sitting against the wall, with a crossbow trained in your direction, and what looks to be a half-elven woman with short brown hair next to him with a longbow pointed up in your direction. That's far enough. Step back. We've been through enough. We don't want any trouble.
Trent raises his hands up as high as they go. Listen, I know you don't want any trouble. Everything's. I don't know how to convince you that everything's okay and we're not the bad guys here. There's shapeshifters involved. People look like Ragnar. They aren't Ragnar. They're in a meeting right now. They're doing something that I have no idea what they're doing in Ragnar meetings. I'm
as you're
here to yeah.
As you're going through this, you hear a heavy sigh and you see the dragonborn just drop the crossbow and it clatters to the ground. You see she kind of like looks down like, "What are you doing?" And you notice he looks kind of familiar as he just goes, "Even if there are more than one of these people, that's definitely the runt of that Mount Claw that sent us here. Put your weapon down." What are you talking about? What are you... Put it down, Mitzi. You see she slowly lowers her bow but keeps the arrow knocked. These are the people that sent us here. The people that spared your life. And you realize these are two of the other people from the missing peace party that was sent here. The silver dragonborn paladin appears to be the one that is laying against the wall. And the half-elven woman appears to be the ranger that was unconscious in the back of the cart when you arrived that they were trying to help. It's likely why she doesn't recognize you. I would recognize that whimpering voice anywhere.
Hi, I'm Trent. Nice to meet you. I know last time we didn't really get a good, introduction, but um,
Yeah, last time I was unconscious, you could have opened with.
yeah, I don't know. I looked down at y'all and I just saw the arrows and I was like, oh
And
no,
wake
I
up
might die
yourself.
here. Um, are you guys okay?
You see, she kind of looks down at Theris the Dragonborn. Just as good as we can be, better than most. And you see, he kind of like, as you kind of like pan your movement of the room, you see he kind of like kicks the fork over toward the other corner, and there appears to be several unarmed, look to be servants of House Ragnar, all huddled on the other side of the pantry, up against the shelves with like ingredients and raw meats and stuff like that. There weren't many of us that were able to get here in time to hold up. We did our best to deal with the large spider forces, but we weren't able to deal with what was out in the lobby.
Well,
I don't know how
us,
many of us are left.
us being the great exterminators we are, we dealt with those big old spiders in the lobby. Maybe you have some more information about what's going on in the rest of the House of Ragnar. Um,
I could give you the information that they turned my sister to ashes.
well, that I'm sorry for your loss, and I didn't need to know that. Um, but
You
um,
bloody asked! And she aims the arrow back at you.
that's not what I meant. Like where are the bad guys at? You know, like,
Don't know. We've been locked in here, holed up in here for a few days now.
listen,
I've had food to sustain, but
I do not know what the rest of Eminence is like. But we did clear a safe passage towards the front entrance if you wanted to run for the hills, but I wouldn't suggest that. It seems like there were giant spiders roaming the town, and I mean, oh no, that they'd probably run. Uh, I uh, I can make it so things can't get in here, I guess, or I, well, that would just trap you in the room. Never mind. I'll let you make your own decisions. You're an adult. We're gonna go use this and
I
fucking
believe what my friend is trying to say is we could certainly use any help clearing the rest of the castle to make it, safe for you to go home and.
uh, well, I mean, yeah, but these guys, I mean, no offense, but I'd rather them not risk their lives for something they didn't deserve. Uh, I'm just trying to let them know that if they want to try to leave, that they can, but I'm also letting them know that outside of Castle Ragnar, it's also pretty bad out there. Uh, I was just hoping maybe you guys had some more information regarding the rest of the castle or where these drows or the spiders are really coming from. Um, if not, that's cool. I don't want you to do anything you don't want to do. Um, you need anything from us?
if you've cleared the lobby, I greatly appreciate it.
Should have
Can
seen
I?
Winter. He just went, yeah, and he pulled that spider off of the ceiling. It was fucking rad.
Well, we can deal with normal spiders, but when one of them has a beam that shoots out of an eye in its back that can turn you to dust, it's not the most pleasant
You could do that?
experience.
Yeah, we kind of just killed it really fast.
You think
and
back to
stopped
the
it.
you think back to the beam that fired up the wall next to Art as it was about to die. And you also think back to the large pile of ash that was in the center of the room with a tattered cloak that was next to it. You get the feeling
Oh,
that might
no.
be one of her companions she was talking about. And then you also remember back in the dungeon room, the cleric of the same party was wrapped in one of those cocoons as well, half digested.
Yeah.
I remember nothing.
We haven't seen Galley, our turtle friend, in a few days? Has he returned or is he okay? Have you seen him? I know the others are. He stops and you actually see the half-elf wince a little bit. Also, just lower her bow again. Is he safe? Is Galley safe?
I look over at Art. Do you want to say it?
Galley was the turtle artificer.
Yeah, wasn't she the one who fucking Art put down?
No,
No.
that was
Oh.
a that was
no,
a
I
separate
remember
merchant.
the Total Artificer. Didn't we buy stuff from him in Prominent?
Yeah.
Yeah,
He was the one you
okay,
bought
he's-
sending stones from.
He's definitely still vibing. Yeah,
Yeah, he's still alive then. Yeah.
He's still good. He's in Eminence.
We actually bought these
Opulence.
off of him for the.
It's
I'm
good to know that
assuming
he
he's
hasn't
just-
come back.
We told him to stay as long as he could, so he might be coming back relatively soon. But we're hoping we get done with this whole problem before he even thinks about coming back. So,
If you do see him, do not let him through the doors. Do you understand? We don't need more people dragged into this hell. And
absolutely.
as for what we know, and you see the ranger starts like gathering people and like trying to pull them like toward the ladder. Like, come on, it's all right. And trying to like get more servants up and out of there. These were members of the house that were more skilled labor and weren't necessarily the guards or warriors of the house.
Mm-hmm.
They appear to be slowly filing out. My leg's no good right now, or I would gladly go with you, but I think we need to clear out as fast as we can. As for... We don't know how long this had been premeditated, but a drow woman, a high elven man, from what I understand was from the other royal house here, from House Altress, put together, and they walked in with you in tow, pointing at Ragnar. Said that there was a deal to be made, and not that they would not be disturbed. They went through that large door in the lobby, seemed to have locked it behind them, and then when it was unlocked from the inside, there were several creatures, those things that took up residence in the lobby, and potentially worse. They made their way out from the inside of the manor. We believe they may have come up from somewhere in the courtyard in the center. But it's more terrifying when your enemy can just walk in your front gates.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
You see, she kind of helps him up and shoulders him, trying to like help him up the ladder a little bit. He's wincing with pain as he's like trying to hop his way up. You see, he kind of like he's trying to keep a tough face on, but he's really hurting. He knows some of his friends are dead, and he's like trying to limp out of here. And you see, he has to turn away. He just doesn't. He seems tired, beaten down, almost nearly broken from the situation.
Like, how bad does his leg look like?
It's hyperextended at the knee. The knee is facing backwards a little bit, and you can see it looks like it's also probably a part of the lower leg. Also appears to be jutting out a little bit. You can tell from where it's poking out in the chainmail around like the calf area.
Can I do like some medical, like set a tourniquet, like try and set the bone and put a tourniquet, like, or not a tourniquet, I wouldn't really need that, but like just like set it and then kind of splint it so that at least it will heal properly.
I would say give me a persuasion check with advantage to see if he will let you.
Well, listen here. Right. No, I'm probably gonna need it. Let me see. Do I have? I don't think I have. Nope. That is a flat roll with guidance. It's a D4, right? I think
Yeah.
it's gonna matter too
Yep.
much. Nope. It's an 8.
I got my understanding before that you were a sort of doctor, and while I appreciate the gesture, I really just want to be rid of this place by now. I hope you
All
understand.
I'm gonna say, your bone's gonna heal improperly, and you're never gonna be able to walk again.
I mean, I can help him if you want me to.
At
Just
least
let
I
leave.
am on this side of the ground, unlike my comrades. And he starts to
listen, we
hobble his
got-
way out of the room.
Can I try to use my
As-
medical skill to convince him?
We have these trained doctors in the group. We're just trying to do what good we can while you're here.
Hey, that's messed up. You should probably let me help you with that. Can I break off one of these big long leg things off one of these spiders and use it as a splint or whatever?
I'm already out here trying to make Darth Maul robots.
Oh hell yeah!
He starts to hobble away from you frustrated, but in doing so, he gets so agitated that he puts a little too much weight on it, and you see the bone, like, poke out of the, like, essentially not protrude from the chainmail, but, like, poke out a little bit more from inside the chainmail, and he winces and visibly has to stop. And he just, like, puts his back against the wall, and you can see him sweating, and just, like, slumps against the wall again.
Yeah,
Kind of, like,
just have the
looks at you.
crab help him.
Yeah,
Have the
I
crab
don't-
help him down, and I'll just start
Fine.
looking at that leg.
And, the ranger in the meantime, Trent comes up to you, since you were the one doing most of the talking, and, just kind of has her arms folded and stands, like, shoulder to shoulder with you for a minute, looking down as this is going on. Did you send us to a worse hell than we were already in? On purpose? Be honest with me.
We had no intention of sending you somewhere that was worse. And that I can be absolutely assured, like I can assure you. But I'm not sure of the enemies of House Ragnar. So I guess I should have kept that in mind before sending you here, but we'll always be stronger together than spread apart, running around, rummaging for scraps.
Oh. We thought so too. We thought safety in numbers would be a wonderful gesture. And we owed you, at the very least, for not sending us to prison or the gallows. And for saving my life, personally, so thank you for that. You see her arms are folded in a very insecure way, and you can see she's kind of shaking.
Just kinda
I just...
taps her on the shoulder and says, "Listen,
Don't touch me.
everything's
sorry,
gonna
not right
be
now.
Okay.
Everything is not okay.
It's gonna
haven't
be
s-
okay."
Hey, look, things
You're
shit
convincing me.
right now. There's no two ways about that.
I'm not trying to tell you it's not bad right now.
Do you have any siblings, Mr. Trent? Do you have family?
Oh yeah, I have a mother and a father.
Okay. Imagine one of your closest family members, the one you love the most, the one you hold the most dear. Imagine them standing right beside you, watching them fall to a pile of ashes. In the middle of the floor in an area where you were told was safe. How would you feel?
I'm not here to patronize you or make you feel like worse about the situation. I've seen people close enough to me to be called family slaughtered by my own hands. I'm
She looks-
sorry.
She looks very confused by that statement. I don't understand what you mean. That's
Sometimes
disgusting.
mind control.
You feel a rumbling in the back of your head, but no words as you say that.
I did things I'm not proud of.
Guess we all done things we shouldn't have. Almost cost me my life as well, and they risked theirs getting me here. So, at the very least, I do owe you thanks, and thank you for helping my friend right now. And Marge, with that medicine check, you are able to make a makeshift splint to at least, like, keep his leg from getting any worse, as long as he doesn't put pressure on it.
Gotcha. Well, I tell him that, and I say, hey, if you ever want to be able to use this, if you want to be able to use this leg forever, don't be stupid. Have a good day, sir.
Oh.
Really winning him over.
This is why I have
Right.
other people to do the thinking for me. And he kind of, like, boosts himself up on one leg and, like, uses it to lift his entire weight up. Looks like he's struggling a little bit. He's pretty weak, but still manages, like, bracing himself against the wall.
I look at the other one like, can you tell him to let us help him?
He barely lets me help him.
Well, can
And I'm
you
his
help
wife.
us help him?
Voldaris. You see, he kind of, like, looks back over his shoulder. But being such a stubborn prick... See, just kind of grits his teeth and turns and hobbles back out. He kind of stops for a second and looks over at one of the more like rotund cooks that's making his way out, and you see him like kind of raise a claw, and the cook just kind of nods and like gets under and helps shoulder him a little bit to take some of the weight off and help him get out. They seem to all be making their way out to the front courtyard now.
As this is going on, Equilibrium, who has been just vibrating with energy for the last few minutes, rushes over to the other Dragonborn and is like, wow, you're a Dragonborn, aren't you? Remarkable.
I would normally be in no mood to talk about this, but it does seem that we're not as prominent as we once were, yes?
Silver scales, too. Pleasure to make your acquaintance. I'm Equilibrium. He goes to extend a hand, but then upon realizing his right hand is the one with black scales on it, withdraws it and puts out his left hand instead.
Art watches this conversation, mortified.
You see he looks terrified at first at, like, the realization of, like, chromatic scales. Like, he was too focused on the leg at first, like, looking up, and then, like, it goes over to metallic scales, and he's just like, I'm not sure who you are. I don't believe I've met you personally as a member of this group, but regardless of who you are and your upbringing, I appreciate what you are doing. It is good to see what I hope is a friendly face. You'll forgive my hesitation. The last notable chromatic dragonborn to be spoken of in Voldaris that I can think of was the Queen of Voldaris, her husband. They were shunned for it.
I'm, not too sure if I can be called chromatic or metallic, but, I'll take it, I guess.
Right, well, regardless of the color of your scales, you are Equilibrium, and I appreciate your honesty. Was there something you needed, or were you just pleased to see kin?
Yes, I actually haven't really seen any other Dragonborn before. I was wondering if you knew where any others might be.
There was one that visited here not too long ago. A few weeks, maybe. Blue Scales was missing a tail, was hesitant of making contact with him at first as well. Quite hot-headed. Seems he was inducted into the family not too long ago. He was, appeared to be an officer that was given his own unit and was sent out to Ursa's retreat to make a settlement out there, a forward outpost, if you would. Seemed, very proud, very prideful of being a member of the family. I believe his name was Lieutenant Amir. Perhaps you could seek him out if you wanted to know more. I'm personally from, up north myself. Mammoth's Run is not the most hospitable home, however. You understand. Barren wastes and mountains.
Oh, I definitely understand. I come from a mountainous region myself.
So he kind of like cocks an eyebrow. The run as well, or
Me trying to find the map to remind myself.
there you go.
Thanks. No, further east. I'm from around Stardust Ravine, Frost Fen sort of area.
May explain the mix of scales, I see. Normally, dragons of Eld didn't get along if they were... You know how our blood feuds have gone through the years. Or the history, anyway. He kind of just looks... he looks down and he looks almost ashamed at saying that. I want to say that I bear no ill will or anything, it's just... It is difficult to break what feels like centuries of stories and history and what is considered tradition.
I understand. Admittedly, most of what I know of our people is purely from stories. Actual tradition, I'm not too well versed in.
It's a bit sad and lonely, yes. To think that not many of our ancestors, actual dragons, have been seen for centuries out here. At least not the ones that you hear about in stories. Seems they... almost feels as though we've been left behind.
I'm certain they're still out there. They're probably just in hibernation or the like.
See, he kind of like chuckles. You know, they always told me that the chromatics were... Never mind. I admire your optimism. And I wish to see it myself one day. They come out of this hibernation. I don't believe they are gone myself, just... I don't believe there are many left, and if they are, I worry to see what state they're in.
Well, I hope for all of our kin that they return soon and in good health.
It would be nice. As I said, if you are looking for more information, perhaps the member of House Ragnar over in Ursa's retreat could help you, or maybe heading back up to... Well, getting to Mammoth's Run now would be nearly impossible with Galirus' borders, the way it is. But if you can find a way through, or, gods forbid, around, for the amount of time it would take, may be worth looking into. Maybe you'll find something I couldn't.
Of course, thank you for your help. Been wonderful meeting you.
Likewise, brother. He extends a hand.
Equilibrium takes it and very energetically shakes it with a smile.
And give me a Arcana check real quick.
Okie dokie.
Guidance.
That's the one I'm good at. um,
25.
Guidance.
yeah, 28.
He's not the most subtle, and you noticed he kind of tried to hide it when you first approached. But you recognized, while it's not your necessarily wheelhouse for magic, you could recognize the incantation for detect good and evil as you approached, as he was weary of your appearance at first, but he seems to have let his guard down a little bit. He seems to be more comfortable now. But
Wait, would he detect something off me?
he was detecting good and evil just in general, so he would have sensed the undead on you. Yes, not necessarily evil, just undead nature. Same with Ragnar though. I suppose, like, being in this place, he would also just detect, the undead presence of a lot of vampires, yeah. Like, being used to that.
Yeah.
So undead isn't, like, uncommon for him. He's had to kind of come to terms being here that not all undead are evil, and he seems to be doing better. And you actually
use it while I was just shopping, it'd be different.
right. But you actually notice you hear the ranger kind of like with her arms still crossed, she starts to make her way out, and then she notices like Theris actually lightening up a little bit, and she's like, I haven't seen him actually lighten up and talk to anyone like that in, well, since we got our band together. We're going to help take care of these people. Here, let me see if I can. You see, she kind of like pulls a pack off of her back. We don't have much money, but we do have these that helped with getting us through the lobby at first. It seems whatever was in there didn't have very good sight. You see, she pulls out a pair of boots that seems to be laden with the ash from the lobby. Kind of dusts them off, pats them, blows on them a little bit, and a bunch of dust and ash comes flying off of them. Seems to be very intricately designed, very elegant in its design. Kind of like pointed toes. Almost like these browns and greens extending through it. These will quiet your footsteps if you need to get through anywhere without being heard. They may come in handy moving forward. But I want them back as soon as this is sorted, you hear me?
But of course.
She kind of
we
smirks.
Thank you for your generosity.
Alright, come on, jackass. And you see she gets under Theris' shoulder and starts, like, helping him hobble out. And, you can add boots of elven kind to your inventory.
Hell yeah.
As well as, from earlier, while it will require attunement, you can also, I believe, Trent picked it up.
Yeah, the strange robes.
Yeah. Trent, you can add a robe of eyes to your inventory. You'll be given more details on those on either upon identification or during a rest, if you would like to examine. A robe of eyes.
Axe needs a cloak of eyes.
God, just a million eyeballs.
Let's just give all the eyes.
Bro.
Getting all the Millennium eye pieces.
Don't put them all together. That's terrifying.
I become the boss.
Right, so I will say
The one who sees all.
the one who sees all, the unblinking.
The
It is just a little after 10 after that, so probably go ahead and call it there for tonight. But you guys have made it through the first few little bits of
Hell yeah.
House Ragnar. You've seen kind of the situation and what's been going on. Gotten a little bit of information, a little bit of insight as to who is here and what is going on here. And you appear to have secured, at the very least, some of the innocents that were left here, some of the living allies that were still here, as well as securing yourself a place to rest if needed.
I just want to say I called it on the spider. I typed in Roll20 chat before you revealed it. I was like, in before Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, first boss.
Yeah.
And suddenly large undead spider on ceiling.
Believe it or not, that wasn't even the inspiration, but as soon as you said it, I was like, yeah, that's pretty accurate.
And I was just picturing being equally as terrified as a kid when I first saw it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I will go ahead and probably call it there for tonight. I will put information on the robes and the boots in the unique items channel in the Discord, so you guys can think on how you want to deal with that. If you would like, whoever would like to attune to those, if that's something you would like to do during a rest at some point, if you do decide to rest. You can decide how you want to progress when we come back, because you guys have the Ragnar crest to move forward up through the large door. And Ragnar, you would know that that large hallway up top leads pretty much directly into a central courtyard. There's a large hall with not murals, but like stained glass art of the first Archons and some of the ages of Archons through the years. Some of their likenesses doing battle in the hallway. And on the other end of that is a door leading directly into the central courtyard, where you were warned that it seemed like some of the forces may have come from, or like have exited the ground from in that area. So that is the information you have currently moving. Is there anything else you guys would like to discuss?
Squad, are we ever going to long rest?
We did last
Because I feel like the idea is that
You guys short rested
we
before you
gotta
came
keep-
in here.
yeah, is that we got to get going because stuff's happening.
We can't like long rest when we're like just sitting in
Ooh, sorry. Yeah, but Lucy,
Castle.
we gotta get going. We
Yeah,
can't-
time frame.
Well,
We can't-
specifically, we
at
have
all.
that room now for it, but
No, no,
Yeah, we have
well,
the
no, but
room
there's
for
just
it, but
no
we don't have the
time. I don't know
time
what
for
you
it.
mean. There's never time, Luffy. Come on.
right. So no, that's what I was trying to.
Yeah, we can't. We can't take 8 hours to let them do what they're doing in that room up there.
come
It took weeks.
Yeah, and then after we're done, we're gonna be too busy to stop then too.
But my vitriolic sphere.
You can
I mean,
go get that.
Listen. If you really need a long rest, I can give you a potion that gives you a long rest. But right now,
No, I need 8 hours. It's not the long rest.
I'm just
but
really sweepy, okay?
No, I want to tune to my axe with eyes.
It's that magic item.
That's all it is.
No.
Sorry, we gotta make sure this is done first.
It's your fault though that I was drunk at a bar and I didn't attune to it.
You'd like that, wouldn't you?
You were the one who wanted to drink with me, all right? You said no, fuck this.
Well, this shouldn't have been a bro. There's somebody else next time.
I'm sorry, King, but we gotta get this done first, and then you can attune to your axe with eyes on it.
I'm just gonna use an attack with disadvantage.
Damn, bro. Not me, I guess.
Attune with it by using it.
Basically
for
just
8
swinging a
hours
big
killing
stick.
people. All right, well, I got nothing.
That is good. We will. Is everybody good for Sunday, April 28th at 6 p.m.
Absolutely.
EST? A couple weeks from now.
Depends. I might be in Minnesota, so I'll let you.
Will you have your computer in Minnesota?
I'll have a computer, so I should be able to play regardless.
Okay, that's good at least.
It's just it doesn't. It depends on if 6 p.m. is like when we're driving there or not. Which it shouldn't be.
Gotcha.
We should be there by then.
I
Okie
will
dokie.
have to check what uni I have the next day. I'm gonna leave now, as I need to get up in like less than 4 hours
Oh my god.
Jesus.
for a lecture.
Yes,
So,
get your sleep. Get your sleep, King.
thank you for the session. It was great fun. Have a good night, everybody.
You too.
Absolutely. Glad you had fun. Have a good night. Alright, well, if that is the case, I'm going to do a short outro, and I will be right back.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna BRB about 30 minutes, and then for gaming.
Okay.
Actually, fuck.
Alright, well, I appreciate all of you coming out. Thank you for hanging out in the chat. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope everybody is enjoying House Ragnar and the lovely state that it is in right now. I will be back tomorrow night, Monday night, after work. It'll be a little bit late, but I'll have the VOD up on YouTube as well. This VOD will also be going up on YouTube and the D&D playlist. But the VOD tomorrow will be from Final Fantasy IX, which is not my first time going through all of the game, but it'll be my first time going all the way through the game because I've never beaten it before. And I'm very excited to continue through that. So I hope you guys can join me for that as well. And if not, at the very least, then I hope you guys can check out the VOD if you would like to. That is totally up to y'all. But yeah, appreciate you guys. I'm going to find someone to raid out to real quick. We'll find someone else doing some D&D stuff, hopefully. That's always fun. Spread the love a little bit. Let's see who else is doing Dungeons and Dragons. That too. Let's see what other sessions we have going on right now. Okay. A lot of stuff going on. This map looks neat. What do we have? What's going on in this one? Looks like this one's just one-shots. It's kind of fun. Yeah. Another small streamer doing D&D with the homies, doing some one-shots. I'm down with that. We'll send you guys over to epic level D&D. Hope you guys have a great rest of your night, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow. Take it easy.